You're supposed to love your children more than you hate each other.
When the hate started to affect his kids, a father gave permission for his wife to take them out of the crossfire.
Why, Mr. Grant, did you give permission for your wife to go so many thousands of miles away with your children?
For my children to go through this, I couldn't let them go through anymore.
But I don't want you to think he doesn't love you, Robin.
Robin Grant is in court with her two children, Marie 9 and Robin 11, suing their estranged father, Colden Grant. The kids claim he won't return the possessions they left behind after the divorce.
Order, all rise. Judge, this is number 273 on the calendar in the matter of Grant versus Grant. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Have a seat, ma'am.
Tell me your first name.
Robin.
And yours?
Maria.
How old are you, Robin?
11.
Maria?
9.
This is your dad. That's your mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to talk to both of you, because I've read your papers. I'm going to talk to you sort of privately a little bit later. Okay?
Okay.
So what I would like you to do for now is, this is Officer Byrd.
Hello.
He's going to take you into my chambers for a minute to sit down and wait for me, because I want to talk to your mom and dad for a minute.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Miss Grant, would you step up here, please? Mr. and Mrs. Grant, from what I gather from your papers, you were married in 1975.
Correct.
And these are your two girls.
Yes.
You're now divorced.
No.
Dependent.
Separated.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And you lived in New York most of your married life, is that right?
Yes. All of our married life was in New York.
When did you separate?
November of 1986.
No, 96.
I'm sorry, 96.
So you were married for 21 years before you separated.
Correct.
And I gather that this separation was not a happy one. They usually are
Wasn't
not.
amicable, right.
But that you left New York, Mrs. Grant, is
I
that
went
right?
to Hawaii. We resided in Hawaii.
Who resided in Hawaii?
Me and the children.
You left your husband.
Oh, yeah.
Why did you decide to move to Hawaii?
Well, I had family there, and I wanted distance. So
Why did you want distance?
It was a horrible relationship. It became threatening on many levels, and I thought the further, the better.
How did you feel as if that impacted on the children?
It had to be negative and positive. It was positive because it took them out of a very harmful situation.
How harmful, Mrs. Grant?
Very harmful.
Was it a physically abusive relationship?
Oh, yeah.
You say, oh yeah, you say that very mildly.
Yeah, I can say that now because I'm not in danger anymore. Yes, it was.
Was any of this violence in front of the children?
Yes.
Is that right, sir?
No, it's not true.
Well, if I asked your girls whether they ever saw you being physically abusive towards your wife, what do you think they would say?
They would say no.
Okay. Did you get permission from the court to leave the jurisdiction?
Oh, yeah.
I gave permission for the children to
The
leave
courts
with
gave.
her. No, it was my permission that did it.
Why, Mr. Grant, did you give permission for your wife to go so many thousands of miles away with your children?
For my children to go through this, I couldn't let them go through any more court litigation, so it was me that said, let her have full custody and let the children be with her.
Do you have other children, Mr. Grant?
No.
The reason that I'm asking to speak to you first before I speak to the girls is the girls want their things back. That's what this lawsuit is about. I don't know exactly what things they want, and I assume they're going to tell me. But it's always a very sad thing when children are brought into a domestic situation between their parents. There's a saying that always sticks in my mind, Mrs. Grant and Mr. Grant, and that is, you're supposed to love your children more than you hate each other when you separate. Children usually need two parents.
They should do.
if they've estranged themselves for whatever reason, either because one parent encourages it or not, they usually grow up eventually resenting the parent that caused the estrangement, and that could be either one of you. So, Mrs. Grant, I'm going to ask you this question. Let us assume that it was a miserable relationship with your husband. You think it's a good idea that your children should have negative feelings about him?
They're free to have whatever feelings they want to.
Well, you're the custodial parent, Mrs. Grant. So really, children are pretty pliable, you know, and they take their lead from whoever is taking care of them.
No, I'm not going to push the children either way. If they have negative feelings or negative thoughts, they can vent those. If they don't, they don't.
Okay. Well, what things do your daughters want from their father?
What they really want are the things from their bedroom, their baby pictures, videos, stamp collections, telescopes, microscopes, things of that nature.
Well, baby pictures and things, he says he wants to keep because he likes to have them. And I can understand that. You can make copies of those and send them to the girls, right?
Yes.
That's an easy. The other things are just things, microscope, stamp collection, those things. You have no problem with returning those to the girls, do you?
No, I have no problem.
But it's the pictures and the videos.
It's the pictures and the videos.
And that's also, in this age of technology, you can make
Also
copies,
duplicate.
keep one for yourself, and then see that the girls get their pictures and stuff so that they also can look at times when they were little and maybe you were all a family and living happily together. All right, I would like to speak to your children. So why don't the two of you have a seat?
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
I'm telling you that he loves you.
You're telling me.
I'm telling you that he
He's
loves you.
not. You're.
Is it important for you to hear it from him?
No,
No.
because it's a lie.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Robin Grant is suing her ex-husband on behalf of their two children, Marie and Robin, because he won't return their belongings. Colden says he's being prohibited from seeing his children.
Hello, gorgeous girls.
Hello.
I understand you two are very bright. First of all, you're very tall
Yeah.
and very lovely.
Thank you.
So you know who I am, and I want to find out a little bit more about you. I've just had a talk with your mom and your dad. And it's always sad when parents get a divorce, right?
Depending, I don't think it's that sad because they're arguing and everything. So it's not sad that they're not arguing anymore.
To me, it was just about happy.
It's about happy. Why is that?
No more
I don't have to
arguing.
go through a bunch of arguing and screaming and stuff like that.
So there was a lot of that in your house. But my sense is that your mother loves you and your father loves you. You're their only children. What things do you want your dad to give you back?
Well, I want my baby pictures.
Okay, let me tell you what your dad said about your pictures and the videos and stuff. Your dad's going to make copies of all the things because he would like to have them too, to see his children. You're his two children. He doesn't have any other kids. He loves you. And then you have a stamp collection.
Yeah.
Whose stamp collection?
Both of ours.
And he's going to send that back to you.
That's good.
And the telescope, is that what you want?
Oh, yeah.
And your dad said he was going to send that back to you.
That's good.
Okay? So let's take care of that.
And our coin collection.
And your coin collection. Very valuable coin collection?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, my mom traveled like all over the world, and she got different like kinds of dollars from different places and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Well, is it your mom's coin collection or yours?
And she gave it to us.
us.
Well, let me tell you this. It's really your mom's coin collection, if she was collecting it. There are certain things that are yours. There are certain things that may be a problem between your mother and your father. I don't want to get involved with that, and I don't think you ought to get involved with that. All right, so let's finish that. This is over. So let's talk honestly, the two of us, the three of us. 2 of you and 1 of me. You live very far away from your father.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you 2 girls ever witness any time when either of your parents put their hands on each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did?
Yep.
Tell me about it.
Well, once my dad tried twisting my mom's arm and stuff, so I stopped.
Yes. What else?
Well, sometimes they just get tussling matches sometimes. Tussling matches sometimes.
The 2 of them?
Yeah. And Colton's always trying to like talk over her and
Yeah.
and stuff like you're brainwashing them and stuff like that.
That happens. You know your mom loves you.
Yeah.
So does your father. I think you know that. I'm not so sure that you understand that. He really loves you. You question that?
Yeah.
He loves you.
Well, my true feelings are that I don't really want to be around him anymore.
Why?
The way he acts.
Like what? You have to tell me.
Okay. The way he acts is like ignorant.
How?
I can't explain it.
Let's say something to you. You know, the truth of the matter is, ladies, just amongst us 3 ladies, sometimes guys don't always do the right thing just because they're older. Sometimes parents don't do the right thing, mothers or fathers, even because they're parents. And you 2 gals are very smart. So in addition to being smart, you should be tolerant. Just because you're a parent doesn't make you perfect. Your father has disappointed you, right? You're supposed to not necessarily accept it and not necessarily understand it, but just say, he's my father. And I know he's made mistakes, but I'm telling you that he loves you.
You're telling me.
I'm telling you that he loves you.
He's not. You're telling.
Is it important for you to hear it from him?
No,
No.
because it's a lie.
No, it's not. He loves you. He really loves you. Would you spend a little time with him today?
No.
No, I've been with him for 8 years, and that's enough for me.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
They did witness a lot of shouting, a lot of screaming, and a lot of mutual pushing. They're very angry with you, sir. Your children will not grow up as whole human beings if they do not have any contact with their father.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Robin Grant claims her ex-husband, Colden Grant, won't return their children's possessions. Colden says since Robin won't let him see his kids, he wants to keep the items.
Why don't you step back up, please?
May I sort of view these, please?
Ms. Grant,
Your Honor?
I am not condoning any act of domestic violence that may have occurred in your home. I will tell you from what I heard from the children, there was only one instance that your younger daughter told me about when your husband twisted your arm. While I'm not condoning that, we're not talking about an ongoing pattern of physical violence that the children witnessed. They did witness a lot of shouting, a lot of screaming, and a lot of mutual pushing, shoving. They're very angry with you, sir. Your girls are very angry with you. And Mrs. Grant, I'm going to make a couple of suggestions to you. In the short time that I had to speak with your daughters, they are so fixed, although your older daughter clearly is sad about it, at not having contact with their father, that I think it almost would border on the criminal if you did not see to it that your children were engaged in some sort of therapy. Because I believe it is a tremendous mistake for children to be estranged from a non-custodial parent the way these children have been estranged from their father. Terrible mistake. But it's a mistake for girls not to want to receive mail from their father, not to want to communicate with him at all. That says something to me about the custodial parent. Mrs. Grant, because I've seen enough children of separation and divorce where there is a lot more domestic violence that goes on, and those children still want to have contact with their father. These children, for some reason, do not, and they were not able to articulate to me any really valid reason for it. So I must attribute that to things that they've heard at home. I think it's a tremendous mistake. I think in the long run, you will be hurting your children and hurting them dramatically if you don't change your attitude with regard to him. He's their father. You picked him. You were married to him for 21 years. You were together for 21 years. You made 2 children. These are the only 2 children that you have. And if he is less of a husband or less of a father than your children would like, that's it. I've tried to explain to them, he still loves them. They have to feel as if he still loves them. They don't feel that way, and they must be getting that from someplace other than him. So I think you're making a big mistake if you don't encourage your children in that direction and not say to me at age 9 that you're going to let her make up her own mind what she wants to do. Okay?
And I hope that Robin's anger stopped filtering over to the children. It's really her anger that have my children feeling this way.
Well, I don't doubt that, sir, because I've very rarely seen children so fixed with basically what I've heard in the back without the kind of history that would suggest that that they have a good and valid reason for it. If the marriage is over, it's over.
Did Maria relate to you that whenever they want to speak to him that I allow them to call? They stopped calling because he kept lying to them?
Miss Grant, what I'm telling you is there's a difference between children asking to call their father and feeling that they are betraying their mother if they're asking to call their father because she's so angry. Just listen to me, Mrs. Grant. You're shaking your head no. I've been in this business for a quarter of a century. I've probably seen 10,000 separations and divorces. They're all not so different. And children feel that if they ask to contact, communicate with the non-custodial parent, when there's so much anger on this side, that in some way they're being disloyal to their mother. So it's not a question of I let them call whenever they want to call. They have to be reinforced constantly with the idea that their father may have shortcomings, but he loves you.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
Mr. Grant, you have promised me, sir, that you will return the children's things to them.
Yes.
That is their telescope, their stamp collection. I don't know about this coin collection that they spoke about. If you find it in your heart to return it to them, that's terrific. They certainly would like to have their pictures back, so you're going to make copies of all of those things and see to it that they get them. Return their things. It's stupid to have their things. Right?
Well, those are the only memories I have. I have no contact.
Okay.
So right now...
Well, but you know, you don't get warm from looking at a telescope, sir.
No.
So you have to return their things. It's important to them. So you can't be angry and also let that flow down to the children. It's a start. I don't know what will happen eventually, but Mrs. Grant, your children will not grow up as whole human beings if they do not have any contact with their father. By the time they're 20, 25 years old, it will be a void for them. And you should be protective of that. I think that you love them.
It's a void now.
Well, then you have to do something about it. You're their mother. You've moved them halfway across the world. So it's your responsibility to shorten that distance in whatever way you can, because they're going to have a void as adults. If they cannot accept the fact that good, bad, shortcomings, he's done things that disappoint them, this is their father. And if they don't feel as if he loves them, they're not going to grow up strong. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
He's an abuser. He's a physical abuser.
I never was abusive to her. I never was physical with her. She broke my arm when, with a can one time, and also she pulled a knife out on me.
Get the counseling, get some help, grow up, and he can be a part of their life. I have no problem with that.
Did you write to her husband, Ron?
Her husband had asked me time
the answer
and time
is
again.
yes
I
or
did
no.
write him.
Good.
Yes,
and
he
this is
wanted
the
to know if
hey.
she was having an affair.
Best friends torn apart over a poison pen letter that accused a wife of cheating.
You wrote letters designed to make trouble for her. You are a nasty...
Thomas says her former friend, 36-year-old Carolyn Eclavia, made a false police report that put her in jail for 72 hours.
Order, all rise. Quiet in the courtroom, all rise. Judges number 207 in the matter of Thomas versus Eclavia. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Thank you, Bert.
Very welcome, Judge.
Ms. Thomas, the basis of your complaint is that the defendant had you falsely arrested, according to you, for assault, which caused you to be embarrassed, humiliated, stressed, strained, et cetera, et cetera. Is that right?
Yes.
And your story is a rather interesting one, and I think that probably it needs an airing because it led up to this arrest.
Right.
Is that right?
Yes.
How do you know her?
When I lived in Washington State about 7 years ago, I knew her just from the neighborhood we lived in. We were friends. We've been friends. Then I ran into her again down here about a year and a half ago. So we've been friends and stayed in contact here and there when we didn't lose touch with each other for almost 7 years now.
Now, you were both living on a Navy base?
Navy, military housing.
Military, both of you?
Yes, different complexes.
I understand. And according to the papers that I've seen, there was a transaction with a car that started all this trouble.
Right.
Well, tell me about that.
Okay. I sold her the car for $100, and I let her make payments on it because they had no money, no vehicle, or anything. Then I went on vacation. I signed the title and gave her the keys on the agreement that she would get it out of my name on her husband's next payday because I was leaving on vacation. And then...
what kind of car was this?
Dodge 400. I bought a new car and
How old was the car?
I think at 84 or something like that.
So it was a real old car?
Yeah.
She sold you the car?
No, she sold it to my husband. I don't even drive. I've never driven.
She sold it to you or your husband, but there was an understanding that you would get it out of her name so she wouldn't be liable for it anymore.
Yes.
Did you do that?
The agreement was she would wait until we had the money, which would be the next paycheck.
But then you didn't.
The Navy was.
But you didn't do it the next paycheck.
We didn't have the money at that time.
I don't care whether you didn't have the
money.
money. That's not her problem that you didn't have the money. Let me just understand this. And you didn't fulfill your agreement with her next paycheck to get the car out of her name. That's what this whole argument was about. Is that correct?
That's what started it, yes.
So then what happened?
Then she tells me on the day I got home that she had sold the car and it's out of my name. So I called the DMV and it was still in my name. In fact, it's in my name to this day.
Did you tell her that you sold the car?
Yes, I did sell the car. My husband and I had separated, and I didn't have any finances, so I did sell the car.
Now tell me about this assault. How did this all take place?
It was basically because her husband was driving a car around in my name uninsured. Then she sold it to somebody I don't even know who's driving it around in my name uninsured.
She's very irresponsible.
Then I talked to her on the phone and she said, come over and get your cat. She had my cat while I was on vacation. I went over there. We got into a verbal argument. All I did was throw
over the car.
Over the car, yes, and her not getting it out of my name. All I did was throw the litter box on the ground, and the next thing I know, the police are at my house telling me that I assaulted her and I threatened her life if she didn't sign a bill of sale. And I just kept insisting I didn't do this, you know, and they kept telling me, you know, this is what you did. And they arrested me.
Do you have a copy of the complaint?
The police report?
Yes.
No, I tried to get it, but it had been over 60 days, so they wouldn't give it to me without a court order.
This is untrue, what she says.
Just a minute. Did you call the police?
Yes, I did, and the
Why?
reason why I called the police is when she came to pick up her mail and her cat, when I turned around to get the mail, she threw the cat on me to where it clawed my back, and its claw stuck in my back. Then I went and I tried to get outside to where somebody could see what she was doing. I did not have a phone in my home. My neighbors heard and saw her yell at me and say that she was going to come back and kill me.
You called the police?
Yes, I did call the police. She
All right.
assaulted me in my own home.
Well, just a minute. Did you throw your cat on her?
No, my cat was pregnant. I would not harm my cat in any way. I never touched her. I will take a lie detector. I will do anything. I never touched her. I never assaulted. I never threatened her life. I never did any of that. The only thing
you might
her
have threatened her.
saw,
You might have said a lot of loud things because you were angry.
Exactly. But the only thing the neighbor saw was me throw the kitty litter box on the ground, which was empty, and say, I'll be back later for the car, because she told me to come back for the car. The guy who bought it doesn't want to deal with this.
Do you have any photographs of how the cat injured you?
I had them at home, but I never got them developed because I dropped charges on her.
Just a second.
I did not want to press charges.
Hold on a second. Well, even if you didn't want to press charges then in the criminal proceeding, you're here today, so you knew you were coming to court today. Why didn't you get the pictures developed?
Because I did not even want to have it brought this far.
But you knew you were coming here, madam.
And I did not want it brought this far.
Well,
she did not drop the charges. They dropped the charges because she never responded to any of it. The DA dropped the charges.
No,
she never responded to them.
How
I had
long
to
were
go
you in
to
jail?
a mediator. 72 hours.
No, that is untrue.
And my bill was $15,000. I was in there with hookers and prostitutes that could have got out for $150. Mine would have been $1,500.
Miss Thomas, had you ever been arrested before?
No, I was taken to the police station one time for police disturbance when I was like 18 or 19.
You also say in your complaint that the defendant wrote letters to your husband.
Yes.
While he was away at sea.
I have it right here.
I'd like to see those letters, please.
Do you want to see the one to my housing manager?
Yes, I want to see
This
all
is the one to my housing manager. It's signed Concerned Citizen, but you can tell the handwriting matches it perfectly.
Can I see them?
Every thing you can imagine she wrote about me.
Excuse me. If she is so nice and innocent, then why do my children fear her? The same day that she assaulted me, my son is coming home from school. She pulls up to him as he's crossing the street from the school, and she tells him that if you don't get out of the street, she's gonna run him over, an 11-year-old boy.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You are full of baloney, because if you had injuries in pictures, you would have brought them.
And later today,
I think at the time he had something for me, or an infatuation for me, and he thought he could get on the good side of me by posting the $5,000 bill.
Well, that was nice.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Georgina Thomas says her former friend, Carolyn Eclavia, had her falsely arrested after an argument over a car.
Right now, all I have is her complaint. Put it down.
This
I'm speaking. I have her complaint. In her complaint, she mentioned several things. You want to sue her? If you think you have a cause of action,
No, I didn't
file a
want to
complaint.
sue her.
I'm asking you, did you write to her husband, Ron?
Her husband had asked me
the
time and
answer
time
is
again.
yes
I
or
did
no.
write him.
Good.
Yes,
and this
he
is
wanted
the
to know if she was having an affair.
Hey, you pay attention to me. You wrote her husband. Did you write to her husband before or after this incident involving the police?
Afterwards.
How long had you known her husband?
I've known him before I met her.
So you felt compelled to say that his wife was cheating on him as a
Yes, he had asked me
boyfriend?
time and time again whether she was having an affair. And
When
yes,
did
I
he-
did write, and I did tell her, because the boyfriend was coming to the house where I babysit, where I live, harassing my sons.
It's not true.
Yes, it is true.
Just a second. All of this didn't seem to bother you when you bought her car.
Because
You
I
bought
did
just
not
a
buy it.
second.
I don't even drive.
Listen to me. All these things, the boyfriend, who was, according to you, when you wrote this letter to the landlord, a convicted felon. She sells pounds of weed and cocaine out of her house. All of these things didn't bother you when she sold you the car a few weeks before this incident occurred. How come all these things just bothered you after the car incident?
Because the harassment didn't start until after she had the problem with my husband. To me, it was
Just a minute,
her
what-
business.
just a
I have
second,
no
what-
right to judge her.
So,
but when
what-
she started harassing me, harassing my children, and assaulting me, then yes, I believe.
Then
yes.
all of a sudden, just a minute, then all of a sudden you decided that her husband had to know, the landlord had to know about all these charges after that. But before it was okay.
I did call the DA
Just a
that
second.
had pressed charges time and time again.
Just a second.
And no one would come because I could not afford the restraining order against her.
You don't have to afford a restraining order, madam. All you have to do is go to court, and if you have a case, you can get a restraining order. Don't give me a lot of baloney. Instead of using the court system, what you did was you wrote letters designed to make trouble for her.
Okay.
That's what you did. And calling the police, because I don't believe she threw her cat at you.
Oh, that is
Oh, no, I don't believe it, because I believe, madam, if she threw her cat at you, you are organized enough, based upon these letters, to have developed the photographs, which you say you have at home. When you knew you were coming to court today to show me the injuries, you are organized enough to do that. So I don't believe that there were any injuries. I believe that she did
then
probably...
why would the district attorney look at him on my arms, on my back, and decide that he would press charges at her? If there was
Mrs.
nothing
Clava,
wrong, why would he take her to jail?
You are full of baloney, because if you had injuries in pictures, you would have brought them. Now, the only issue is, what kind of damages am I going to assess against you? Because I believe that you are a nasty, vindictive person.
Can I explain
That's
more?
what I believe. You are a nasty, vindictive person. And I believe that she's entitled to be compensated. Now, the truth is, you threw down this item at her.
I'm kidding.
Okay?
Not
and I
at
don't,
her on the ground.
Whatever, Miss Thomas. You were angry. Very angry. And you probably did say something like you're going to be back because you probably got into a major altercation with her. I don't believe that she had the right, really, at that point, because she was not, in fact, injured by you, to call the police. But I believe that there is more of a vindictiveness involved here than anything else. As a result of that letter that she wrote to your husband, did anything happen?
We're now getting divorced, yes.
Well, it wasn't just because of this letter, is that right?
No, we were having small problems at first, but nothing like this.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you whether you had a boyfriend or not. It's really none of my business. The letter was written maliciously, and the letter to the landlord was also written maliciously. That is Army Housing. I'm awarding you $2,500, and that's against you. Judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. Thank you, that's all.
Parties are excused.
you.
You may step out. Back door to your right, please.
I've taken her food. They had no food, anything. I was a good friend to her. I took her to buy the dress she has on now because she doesn't drive.
Oh,
I did everything for her. The only thing I have to say is, from now on, if your big sister warns you about somebody, you should listen to it. She's just jealous. She's very jealous because I get all the attention and she gets none.
And now the next case.
Bodies on Crawford versus Sullivan. Step forward, please.
30-year-old personnel director John Crawford says he bailed his friend Shannon Sullivan out of jail and he won't pay him back. Shannon claims he never asked John for his help.
You were arrested for assault. He posted bail.
That's correct.
You won't pay him the money for the bail that he posted for you.
That's correct.
Well, let us start with you, sir.
Okay.
Because I found your response, quite frankly, slightly ungrateful. Now, when were you arrested?
On the 24th of November,
What were you arrested for?
assault.
Don't look down there. You probably don't need it, because
Actually,
I'm sure you
okay.
can tell me
It
exactly.
was the 28th of November.
And you were arrested for assaulting whom?
Somebody at a nightclub.
Were you drunk?
Nope.
So that wasn't an excuse.
No.
You just didn't like them.
No, that wasn't the fact either. I was pulling out of the driveway at the nightclub, and this particular individual walked up to my car and kicked it, a brand new car. Myself and another friend got out of the vehicle and walked up to him, and he started a confrontation. I went back to get in the vehicle, and he came in the vehicle after me. He was on top of me inside the vehicle. The police were sitting out front, and they all swarmed in, and they seen it happen.
Well, that sounds like he assaulted you, so why do you think you were arrested?
Because of the injuries on him.
Which were, I assume, substantial?
Yes.
Were you convicted of that assault,
No, I
ultimately?
wasn't.
Did you
The
go to
case was
trial?
dismissed.
Now, when you were arrested, you were taken to jail,
Yes.
and bail was fixed?
Actually, I was going in for my OR hearing,
What's an OR hearing?
release on my own recognizance.
But you spent the night in jail.
No, I didn't.
You spent any time in jail?
Yes,
Is the reason that you were released from jail because this gentleman posted bail?
that's correct.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
Forget the bail. Why didn't you say that?
Well, I didn't think about it at the time in the bill.
Well, you should have thought about it at the time, Mr. Sullivan.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 30-year-old personnel director John Crawford says he bailed his friend Shannon Sullivan out of jail and he won't pay him back. Shannon claims he never asked John for his help.
How long did you know him before you posted this bail?
Not very long, just a couple of weeks.
And would you tell me how it came about that you posted the bail for him?
I happened to be walking out of the nightclub right as this incident started, and I witnessed it. And I saw the police take him away. I received a phone call at early hours in the morning from the friend that was with him, and he said, Shannon is in jail. He wanted me to call you, tell you that he's in jail. This friend said that he told Shannon he could not get him out of jail, and wanted to know if I could do anything to help get him out. He said that Shannon would try to get a hold of me later, which he did. He was able to call me from a desk sergeant's phone.
So he called you from a desk sergeant's phone, and what did he say when he called?
He gave me all the specific information, the case number, told me what he was booked on, told me how much the bail was. I immediately called a bail bondsman. I didn't even think twice about calling a bail bondsman, even though we weren't really good friends. I just felt sorry for him. I didn't want anyone to have to spend Thanksgiving Day in jail when he was planning on going to see his family in Arizona the next day. So I placed bail for him. And
how much did that cost you?
Well, bail was $5,000. They charged 20% of that for fees, and then there's filing fees, so it was $760.
And did you have a discussion with him about paying you back?
He wrote me a thank you note, said, I can't believe you did that for me. Don't worry, I won't let you down. I felt sorry for him because he said that he needed money, and I actually knew of some work that was opening up where I work, and so I gave his name to some people at work. He was hired at work, worked there just a short time, and after he stopped working where I work, he stopped returning all phone calls. I tried calling several times.
All right, Mr. Crawford. Now, Mr. Sullivan, $760 is what this gentleman spent on your behalf. Now, you want to try to explain to me why you don't think you owe him this money.
First of all, I knew I was going to an OR hearing and I was going to be released, okay? When I went up to the judge for my OR hearing, she said that you were just released on a $5,000 bond. I did not know who did. I didn't contact anybody. I never contacted my family or anything. Nobody even knew about it except for Paul, which was my friend. I never requested John to bail me out whatsoever. John did it on his own. That was his own thing. He did it.
Yeah, I'd spend that much money just to be nice.
Okay.
So why didn't you just tell the judge,
first,
I'm not accepting this bail, and I'm prepared to hear whatever you have to say, and I'll plead my own case to be released on my own recognizance without any consideration of this bail, so forget the bail. Why didn't you say that?
Well, I didn't think about it at the time in the bail.
Well, you should have thought about it at the time, Mr. Sullivan. You were more than happy at the moment to say, thank you very much. Where's my hat?
Bye-bye.
He wasn't arrested. You were arrested. Sounds
right.
to me like he was a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy for doing that. But I think there's more to it than just being a nice guy also.
Like
I think
what?
at the time he had something for me or an infatuation for me, and he thought he could get on the good side of me by posting the $5,000 bail.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah, it was too nice, actually.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
You had an option, sir. Your option was to say to the judge, who posted the bail for me? Question. Answer, Mr. Crawford. Mr. Crawford.
I did ask that.
You did ask.
They did not have that at the time because the bondsman had not delivered everything over to the court
Well, if the
yet.
bondsman hadn't delivered everything over, Mr. Sullivan, they wouldn't have released you.
That's what I was told.
They
I didn't
wouldn't
get out
have
till 2
released
hours
you if
later.
the bondsman had not delivered all the paperwork. I've been around long enough to know that.
Okay. I'm just telling you
All
what I
right, this is
know.
not a very difficult case. You owe him $760.
Okay.
Period. End of discussion. Thank you very much.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
like I said in there, I just didn't want anyone to have to spend Thanksgiving in prison. I felt sorry for him, and I trusted him, and I thought I'd get my money back immediately, and it's taken 9 months to do it.
I don't felt I owed it to him. I didn't request for him to do it. He did it on his own will, and there's reasons why he did it.
She disliked me due to my relationship with her now ex-boyfriend.
Audra wanted this photo in the yearbook, but says a love rival deliberately used a bad picture.
Let me see the picture. I sort of like this one better than this one.
My eyes are half shut.
I was really picturing something that looked...
Sullivan Rice is suing Sarah Gardner, the editor of their high school yearbook, because she says out of jealousy, Sarah deliberately used an ugly photo for her senior portrait.
Order, all rise. Quiet, please. Now, this is case number 268 on the calendar in the matter of Rice versus Gardner. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Have a seat, please, sir.
You graduated from high school.
Correct.
You were in charge of the high school yearbook,
Correct. The senior section.
where they put all the pictures of the seniors, and underneath it, you know, most likely to succeed, most likely to have 10 children before 30th birthday, those little things, right? And Miss Rice, you claim in this lawsuit, where you're asking for $3,500, that the defendant caused a very ugly picture of you to be placed in the yearbook. Not
Correct.
the picture you had selected.
Correct.
And that's because the two of you had some sort of a history together.
Correct.
So tell me about it.
She disliked me due to my relationship with her now ex-boyfriend, who's my witness. And she was very jealous, and this is a very malicious and dishonest thing to do. And
Let me see the picture that she put of you in the yearbook.
this is the picture that was supposed to be in there, and if you notice, it says yearbook selection on the back. And I verified that with the photography studio.
Oh, that's not such a bad picture in there.
My eyes are half shut. It's not the point that it's like a horrible picture, it's the point that everybody that turns to that picture is going to see me and remember me as that. And that's not what I want. And that wasn't what I asked for.
Well, first of all, I'm glad that I looked at it, because I was really picturing something that looked like Quasimodo based upon what you wrote in your complaint. I mean, you're a very pretty young lady. It would be very hard to make you look ugly. I want to tell you something. The truth of the matter is, I sort of like this one better than this one, but that's just my own personal taste. Let's find out what the defense is for putting the picture that she had not selected in the yearbook. Miss Gardner.
Okay. There's about 300 senior pictures that were in my charge. What was supposed to happen is that seniors were supposed to specify which picture they wanted in the yearbook.
Show her the back of that picture.
Either they were to call their photo company.
No.
Right.
She did that. She did everything she was supposed to do. Miss Gardner, I want you to look at me and tell me whether, when you selected that picture for her, did you get a stack of them from the photographer?
Yes, we got a whole box of envelopes.
Okay. That you took any special care in selecting her picture?
No. There were 3 other individuals that worked with me the first day. Turi, who was my witness, worked with me on the first day, and then there were 2 other individuals who helped me.
You worked with her?
Yes.
Step up here.
And what we did is that the seniors that did specify which picture they wanted,
She did that.
Right. The numbers that did indicate, we pulled those pictures. And
Hers
then,
did.
And then the 3/4 of the seniors who did not specify, we were advised by Mr. Sonamaker to pick the top photo from each envelope.
Okay, but she picked which photo she wanted. It's on the back of her photo, that's the one she picked.
If Mr. Sonamaker had a meeting with her and she specified, he did not let me know. We did divide up the pictures between me and the other 3 individuals that worked with me, and since we were working very fast, no, I don't know who handled Audra's picture.
Do you remember who handled her picture?
No, I going through, it takes you about 2 minutes to do each one, and you don't even look at their names really. You just look to see if the barcode was there. And
now, Ms. Rice, other than the fact that you have a history with Miss Gardner over you.
Correct. In which...
What other evidence do you have that she purposely picked the wrong picture to put in your yearbook?
Okay, this is what
Here we go.
The process I went through.
I know the process you went through. You picked the right picture. You put the right thing on the back. Just tell me what proof you have that she purposely selected the wrong picture. Do you know?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure. Just a minute.
Your Honor, on the last day of school, she was pestering me to get me to sign her yearbook.
Who was?
Miss Gardner. And she said that, "Do you see Audra's picture?" And I said, "Yeah." And she laughed hysterically as if to say that she did it herself. She said, "Ha ha ha, did you see how funny it looked?"
So she just laughed and said, "Did you see her picture?" Don't tell me as if yours in your mind. What she said was, "Did you see Audra's picture?" And she laughed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you do that?
No, I did not. I would like to add that...
Just a minute.
Okay, sorry.
Sure you did. Sure you did. That's exactly what you said to him. Don't give me a lot of baloney.
Can I please add something?
Add it.
Okay, I did not say that to him. I do feel that...
What did you say to him? I'm not interested in what you feel. What did you say to him?
Actually, from what I remember, there was a lot of goofing off. There was other people there. Jacob did run into a fellow who did want to fight him.
What do you remember about the picture?
What do I remember about the picture?
About the conversation about the picture.
There was no conversation about a picture. I feel that he's not a credible witness. I do have a restraining order against this gentleman.
You do?
Yes.
Can I see
right
it?
Here.
I also have notes that she wrote displaying her disgust for Audra. This is going to be a quote directly from Sarah. "I saw Audra at lunch, and if it weren't for my heavy bag and a cigarette, her ass would have been down." She continues to say about how upset she is, and then she says, "I don't really mind. It's not you that I care about and don't want to hurt, it's them."
Let me see the restraining order. Curious about this. He looks like butter would melt in his mouth, right? Why did you get an order of protection against him?
I was being stalked. There were times when he's tried to strangle me. Coming to my house late at night, I felt very unsafe.
And you had a hearing on this, a trial?
Yes, I did.
Were you represented by an attorney at this trial?
He did not show up.
I was in Utah.
What were you doing in Utah?
I went on a road trip with my parents.
You mean you knew you had a court date and you didn't show up? That requires an answer, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
That was pretty stupid. That was pretty stupid. How old are you?
18.
Did you tell your parents you had a court date?
Yeah, when we were in Utah.
Oh, the more I spend time here, the more I love my children.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I believe, no matter what you tell me, that you selected a picture of her different from the one that she had selected just to give her an old zinger.
And later today.
Well, he didn't give us much of a chance really to get out of the way. He used his car as a battering ram.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 18-year-old Audra Sullivan Rice is suing her classmate and editor of their high school yearbook, Sarah Gardner, claiming Sarah deliberately selected an ugly photo for her senior portrait. Sarah claims it wasn't her job to pick the photos.
The picture of you in the yearbook isn't terrible. As a matter of fact, I think I like it a little bit better than the one you selected. I do, however, think that there was some design to get that picture in there. It just seems too coincidental to me that she's in charge of the yearbook, she can't stand you, you pick a picture and a different picture goes in there, right? And there's all just too much coincidence that doesn't sit comfortably with me. But if she picked the wrong picture, truth of the matter is, I think she picked a better one. So I don't think you should be that discouraged. Okay. And Miss Gardner, there's a certain thing about misusing your authority. If anything, you should have been far more careful about selecting her picture as making sure it was the right picture.
Right, but there was no specification.
Oh, yes, there was. You keep saying there was no specification, and I'm telling you.
There were a lot of seniors who did come to my attention that they did specifically pick a picture, and then they
Look at the back of the picture. Would you hands on the picture? I don't want them to touch each other. Right? What does that say back there?
Actually, I did not
I didn't ask you what you see. I asked you what it said back there.
Yearbook selection.
Okay. Bottom line is, I believe, no matter what you tell me, that you selected a picture of her different from the one that she had selected just to give her an old zinger. The fact that you happen to have picked one that wasn't terrible and that I really think is much nicer is really not the issue. It's not, you're not damaged $3,500 worth, madam.
What I wanted to
You're
do,
not damaged $3,000 by this photograph. You damaged maybe a lesson. So what's a lesson? Less there's $100, Bird.
That's good.
$100 for the plaintiff, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
And now the next case.
Parties on Gorman versus Siemens. Step forward, please.
Mike Gorman says, while attempting to retrieve a package during a UPS strike, picketer Don Siemens pounded his sign on the hood of his car, causing severe damage.
All right, Mr. Gorman, you were expecting an important package that was to arrive, unfortunately, during the UPS strike.
That's correct.
And you had to go and pick that package up at the warehouse, correct?
Yes.
Your complaint alleges that when you went there, the defendant was one of the strikers, he was online, and he damaged your car.
That's correct.
You want to tell me what happened, please?
Yes, actually, I made arrangements to have the package shipped to me by FedEx because of...
Listen, sir, I got other cases to do today.
I understand.
At some point, you had to go and pick up your package at the UPS warehouse.
That's correct.
You're in your car.
I'm in my car.
And you're driving there.
Yes.
And what do you see?
The strikers were blocking the returning trucks, and I circled the block numerous times until the police finally arrived. I went in with the returning trucks, picked up my package, and when I left, I knew it was going to be trouble. And several of the strikers were marching very close and impeding my exit. And they started jumping on the front of my car and on the trunk. They were pounding on the windows, cursing at me, chanting slogans. I inched along, and the police finally came over and removed the people on my car.
They were actually on your car?
Oh, yes, ma'am. At least 8 of them.
Okay.
On the front and the back. And Mr. Siemens was the last to be removed. And when he exited, he took his sign and pounded it into my hood. And I immediately stopped the car, and the police separated us, and he went over and took our names and information.
What was the cost of the damage to your car?
Approximately $500.
You have the bill?
I do.
All right, Mr. Siemens.
I think he's living in a fantasy world. I can't believe this.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Are you interrupting me? Two people can't talk at the same time. And when my mouth is moving, you have to be quiet.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Mike Gorman is suing UPS worker Don Siemens for damaging his car with a picket sign during a strike. Don says he was only trying to get out of the way when Mike drove through the picket line, nearly running him over.
You're on strike.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
You're circling.
We were walking the sidewalk there, yes, back and forth.
So tell me what happened.
Well, he didn't give us much of a chance really to get out of the way. He used his car as a battering ram and knocked us, you know, some of us out of the way, myself onto the hood, and trying to get off of the hood the best I could. I guess my sign hit his car somehow.
What were you doing in front of his car?
Well, we were on the picket line.
No, what were you, not wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What were you doing?
I'm sorry.
Listen, you're walking around with a sign, Mr. Siemens.
Back
You
and
see
forth.
his car. You have several choices. You can either move to the side and make way for him to leave.
He didn't give us enough time, Your Honor. No, he didn't, honest. There was about 20 of us out there, 15 to 20 of us. And he hit 5 or 6 of us. Jason was there to contest it.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Sure.
Okay, we were ordered by our union to go on strike. We're all in front of the building striking. The plaintiff comes, he did not even slow down. He almost hit 3 of us when he was coming in, did not slow down. I don't know where he's getting this, oh, I inched in, inched out. He didn't do anything. Okay, so when he's coming out, we have more people come out to block him because this is ridiculous, the fact that he came in and almost ran us over. I mean, we're pedestrians.
Just a second.
All right.
You just said a very important thing, sir. You said you had a lot more people out there to block him. That's what you just said.
Well, we set up.
Just a sec. Hey, that's exactly what he said, sir. He said there were people blocking him, cursing at him. Right? Mr. Cronky.
We were telling him to stop.
You were telling him to stop what?
Because I was right in front of his car, and we were telling him to stop because he was running me over. His bumper was pushing right into my legs.
Why didn't you just walk away, Mr. Cronky?
Because he was already running into me at the time, Your Honor.
No, Mr. Cronky. My recollection of the UPS strike is that there were managers driving the trucks, correct?
Well, while the policemen were there.
Yes, is that correct?
Yes, management.
And is it also correct that they were being heckled, for want of a better term, as the trucks were going in and out?
We were just stopping them from doing their course of business. We were setting up a picket line.
You were stopping them
Yes, we were not
from going into their building.
Isn't that the whole purpose of a picket line?
Yes.
Isn't that the purpose of a picket line?
Just
No, sir.
We're disrupting.
No, sir. That's not the purpose of a picket line. Let me ask you this question, sir. Do you believe that if this gentleman was going to pick up his package and he had a clear path to go into...
He didn't have a clear path, Your Honor.
Are you interrupting me? 2 people can't talk at the same time. And when my mouth is moving, you have to be quiet. Do you think that if this man, who was doing nothing more than going to pick up his package, got there, saw your picket line, and there was a path for him to go in, pick up his package, and come out, we would be standing here today? No.
He went in about 30 miles an hour also into the driveway. And on the way out, there were more pickets for him to go through.
There were,
what right does that give him to run into us, Your Honor?
I don't believe, sir, that he ran into you. I believe that you were blocking him. That's what he just said. They brought out a whole bunch of other people to block him.
I believe
that's what your witness just said to me, Mr. Siemens.
We walked back and forth the street. That's what a picket line's for.
I believe at the time I was a pedestrian, an automobile hit me. Is there something right with that?
That's what you believe?
Yeah, what right
That's what you believe? How many people were out there on the picket line by the time he came out?
Approximately 20.
Okay, so there are 20 people, and he's one person in his car. Do you think that that's intimidating with people yelling and screaming and cursing? You think that that's intimidating? You can't tell me that you weren't yelling at the people who were going into...
No, ma'am.
Mr. Siemens.
We were not yelling.
He wasn't there for any other purpose than to pick up his package.
We had no
and
idea.
run over a few people. That's all right.
Well, run over a few people.
I don't see how that gives him the right to run over, to hit us.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
You have no right to inhibit him from going to pick up his package in any way. What if it contained insulin for his baby that he needed? You didn't give a damn. It didn't make any difference. What was in this package?
Excuse me.
It could have been penicillin. It could have been a heart transplant. It could have been anything else. The fact that it was, what was it, computer equipment or something?
It was an item I needed for my business.
Your business was impeding business as usual for UPS. That's a legitimate thing to do as far as a strike is concerned, letting people know you're on strike, that you have a grievance. He's an individual citizen, and he has a right to go and pick up his property. And if he chooses to go through your picket line, he chooses to do that. That's his choice. And you have no right to impede that. You owe him $461.85, which was the cost to fix his car. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Out the back door to your right, please.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
The photograph that we had was him nude.
The male model agreed to sign the posters, but the Playgirl pictures weren't part of the deal.
Sit down.
I'm trying to show you my work, what I do for a lot of money and my livelihood.
This is not an opportunity for you to impress me with your work, sir. You still haven't told me today why you believe you're entitled to $5,000.
Brian Buzzini is suing Charles Muniz, owner of Baby Janes of Hollywood. Brian is accusing Charles of selling unauthorized photographs of him to his fans.
Order, all rise. Quiet in the courtroom, please. Your Honor, it's number 92 on the calendar in the matter of Buzzini versus Muniz. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Have a seat, sir. Have a seat.
Mr. Buzzini, you say that the defendant has in his possession pictures of you and has been selling them and is not authorized to have them or sell them. You want $5,000 in damages.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why don't you tell me how he came into possession of these pictures and why you think that you're damaged to the tune of $5,000?
Well, Your Honor, my wife had arranged a public appearance with the defendant. I was to appear, and what I was promoting at the time was a couple posters that I had and also a calendar which I'd worked on. It was a project of 2 years. This is one of the pictures that will be in question. The agreement was to appear for approximately 2 hours, which was fine, and I would be signing autographs of the posters, and that's all that I was aware of at the time.
Signing the posters?
Posters, correct.
Are you a model by trade, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
And I do have a portfolio here. This is my livelihood. And
okay. And Mr. Muniz, you have a store that's called Baby Janes of Hollywood?
Yes.
What kind of store is this?
Celebrity collectibles.
And how do you make your money?
Normally selling stills and posters and autographs. We have autograph sessions a couple times a year.
And is this one of those autograph sessions that
yes.
he arranged for?
Mrs. Buzzini came to us to carry his posters, and she wanted to sell us all the posters. We don't normally stock non-movie posters. So what we agreed with her was we would give him 100% of the money for the poster sales as long as he would sign the other photographs that we had, which were from a Playgirl layout from 1985. He was Man of the Year. But we asked if she could supply us with another photo that was current and that he had clothes on, that we could use with the press and that he could sign at the event.
How many photographs were you supposed to get for you to sell in exchange for letting him come in and sign his posters and sell them?
We printed 50 of each image. There are 3 images.
So you had 150
yes.
altogether that was supposed to be your property, and you were supposed to keep 100% of the revenues from those?
No, he would get $5 for every signature that he put onto a photo. And if people came in with their own items, like their copies of Playgirl, he would get $5 for that also.
Your Honor, the defendant had mentioned to me prior to me arriving, would you object to signing other photographs if people brought them along? And I said, no, I'll accommodate that, and that's no problem.
Is that relevant?
Yes, it is.
How?
Because halfway during not even halfway during, they started bringing pictures that was this picture, which I had no idea at the time that was printed up. This was not to be printed up. This is a project, Your Honor, that is in progress. I have not sold this yet.
Who started bringing those pictures?
Some of the fans that were lining up had a couple. There wasn't many. Most of them were the Playgirl, which I really didn't know that was going to happen either. That they would.
Well, they had to get that picture from someplace, sir.
Well, they got it from Mr. Muniz,
okay.
which I didn't understand.
How did he get that?
I gave him, not this particular picture, a larger, I believe, 11 by 14 print. My wife brought it to him to advertise that I would be there on January 11th. Your Honor, this is my livelihood. I'll just give you,
Pizzini, I'm trying to understand.
I'll give you an example.
No, don't give me an example. I'm not.
Well, this is.
Listen to me.
Okay, ma'am.
Put it down. Put it down.
I'm trying to show you my work, what I do for a lot of money, my livelihood, to raise my children and my family.
Mr. Pizzini, this is a court, sir. Evidently, from your papers, and he acknowledges that you signed a bunch of them quickly, and he kept some of them. Is that correct?
No, they were. He was paid for everything that he signed. There were leftover unsigned ones. So in the interim between the December appearance and today, probably 5 photos have been sold that were unsigned.
And how much did you sell them for?
$15.
A piece?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Mr. Pizzini, that's what this lawsuit is about. Those, let us just say they were 5.
Even if it's 1, yes.
Okay. I want you to explain to me how you were damaged for $5,000.
Your Honor, if I can physically show you the type of work that I've done that has brought me this commercial reel that I have is $1 million.
Pizzini, this is not an opportunity for you to impress me with your work, sir.
No.
Well, I want you to explain to me how you're damaged. You sat at a desk, sir, and signed for $5 a piece the same pictures that he sold unsigned for $15 a piece. So it's not as if you didn't give away those pictures or sell those pictures when you were sitting there. So I don't understand where you come to $5,000, sir.
Ma'am, when I have a letter here, if you will, from my agent that explains what I make per image. My agreement with Mr. Moniz was entirely to promote something. Correct? It was
just a minute, Mr. Pizzini, you're not following me. This is not a situation where they're invading your privacy, that they're using unauthorized pictures of you, that they're doing something in an underhanded fashion. They had some leftover pictures. You shouldn't have done that. You acknowledge, sir, that you shouldn't have sold those pictures. That wasn't part of your agreement.
Well, in movie memorabilia, that's what everything is the leftover pictures from press kits. And
I know, but was it your understanding with his wife that you could keep those?
I understood that we could. If it was a problem, he's more than, I mean, we could love to destroy the photos.
You want to say something?
I'm the co-owner of Baby Jane of Hollywood.
Roy Wyndham.
Yes.
And our entire agreement with Mr. Pizzini appearing was through his wife. We never once talked to Mr. Pizzini on the phone before the signing.
That's a lie.
I kept asking the wife, actually talking to a machine, saying that we need a current photograph for the day of the signing, and we needed a current photograph of him so we could advertise it, because the photograph that we had was him nude. And we can't advertise those in local newspapers.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I think your ego maybe is a little too big. You know, our story is Baby Jane of Hollywood, not Brian Pizzini of Hollywood.
And later today,
I don't think that once you pass the age of 2 or 3, you ought to show your rear end in public. So you keep the photographs.
Yes, I will.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 34-year-old model Brian Buzzini is suing the owner of Baby Janes of Hollywood, Charles Muniz, for selling unauthorized photographs. Mr. Muniz says it was an oversight and not done out of malice.
We're talking about the leftover pictures, pictures that you made extra of that were not used at the signing.
Correct.
That he is angry about because he said he was not paid for those pictures.
We paid for everything to be printed, we paid for everything to be made, and when he came in, everything was available for customers to purchase that day, and he saw the quantity that we had of each.
So?
And the remainder was there to be sold.
Well, but that's what he's saying. He's saying it was not his understanding that the remainder was going to stay with you to be sold. Is that what you're complaining
Your Honor,
about?
I didn't even know that these pictures existed, and if you could put yourself in the situation, you have
Where's
100
your
people
wife?
in line.
Where's your wife?
My wife was with my children.
Just a second.
She was 9 months pregnant.
Where's your
at
wife
the time.
today?
Today she's with my daughter at the doctor.
Mr. Buzzini.
Well, I think
you want to tell me what doctor it is? I'll give him a call.
Oh, I don't know.
Huh? I'm good at that. You want to tell me what doctor? Your wife was there, and your wife was the one who negotiated with these people what they were supposed to do. We haven't. Why don't you sit down?
I have a picture here that he signed. This is a photograph that he's complaining about. That he autographed to me the day of the signing, so he knew that we had available in the store. He knew they were
After the
sold.
fact, Your Honor, after the fact, I'm sitting there with 100 people in
the
line.
hospitality.
Sit down, sir.
Your
We're
Honor,
reaching a point, sir,
I
where
have
I'm getting frustrated because...
I'm getting frustrated also. I have 100 people in line. I can't stop it. I'll look like a damn prima donna. Pardon me. I look like a prima donna. I mean, what am I supposed to do? These pictures are starting to come. It's my understanding that I'm selling posters. I've traveled all over the world, and if you'd allow me to show you something, I could give you an idea of what I make.
Sir,
I make $5,000
This is not an opportunity
per appearance. Not $5. I was doing that more as a favor and to get something circulated.
Mr. Pizzini,
with a new.
you're full of baloney. Let me tell you why you're full of baloney, sir.
I've got letters.
Let me tell you why you're full of baloney, sir. You're full of baloney, A, because your wife entered into these negotiations. You did not. Your wife is not here today. There's a reason for it, and it's not because she's with the doctor with your child. 2, you still haven't told me today why you believe you're entitled to $5,000. Your complaint is that he sold the pictures without your autograph, 5 of them, and you say that you're damaged to the tune of $5,000 when you sat there yourself and signed the same pictures for $5 a piece.
Can I clarify something?
Go ahead.
I questioned it the first time this picture was presented to me to sign. I said, this is a project. I don't want this picture out. That's like revealing the cover of your book to the public before people see it. I questioned it. They said it's for a few of your wonderful fans or your best fans. Somebody said that, and I said, how do you define who's the best fan here? And I said, okay, fine. I mean, I'm sitting there in front of a bunch of people, ma'am. I don't want to make a ruckus.
Just a second. So you said, okay, fine, and you signed them.
The alternative was to walk out. Does that make me look? That doesn't make me look too great in front of people that sat in line for me,
Listen to
Your
me,
Honor.
sir.
I mean,
that's your option. If they presented you with pictures and you didn't want to sign them, you could have said, I'm not signing those. I'm just signing my posters, or I'll sign the photographs that people come with.
Well, that's good publicity.
Fine. You sold 5 pictures of him?
Yes.
And you sold them for $15 a piece?
Yes. Ma'am, can I just show you a letter from my agent?
No.
To give you an idea? I mean,
absolutely not. I'm not interested in a letter from your agent.
That is billboards all over the world for 5, 10, 20 grand.
Mr. Pizzini, how much did you make for the... Hey.
Pardon me?
How much did you make for the whole day?
Somewhere around $700, $800.
That's not $5,000, sir. So it seems that at least on some occasions you work for less than $5,000 a day. The judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $75, which is the amount of the 5 pictures, the most that you sold. Fares at $15 a piece. That's all.
That's unfortunate. Parties are excused. Step out, please.
No witness. If everybody could just take a damn picture of me, then I guess I wouldn't have much of a profession. That's like having vigilantes do the work for Judge Judy. Guess she'd be out of a job, wouldn't she? Might be a good idea.
And now the next case.
Parties on McKenzie versus Cooper. Step forward, please.
62-year-old Betty McKenzie says 72-year-old Lonnie Cooper knocked her to the floor while she was in line at her bank. Lonnie says it was Betty who did the shoving.
So you 2 people are on line in a bank. You never saw each other before, is that right?
That's right.
You say this nice gentleman over here assaulted you. He says that you assaulted him. I can hardly believe that, looking at the 2 of you. So, Miss McKenzie, let me hear your version of what happened at this bank.
Okay. He was on my right.
You're on line?
Yes, I'm in the line. He was on the right.
What was he doing on the right?
He was at a teller.
He was at the teller?
He was at the teller.
So he was in front of you and to the right?
That's right. Okay. I was getting ready, the man was getting ready to come out to teller on my left. The man dropped a piece of paper.
Which man dropped a piece of paper?
The man that was coming out to teller on my left.
So what happened?
I told him he dropped a piece of paper. He said, forget it. And he walked on out the door. The man on my right, he gonna come in front of me to pick up the piece of paper with his right hand.
That's this gentleman?
Yes, and take his left hand and knock me to the floor.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Your lawyer thought you were going to be able to get a lot of money from the bank, and it wasn't the bank's fault because Mr. Cooper had bad manners.
Yeah.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 62-year-old Betty McKenzie says while standing in line at her bank, 72-year-old Lonnie Cooper knocked her to the floor. Mr. Cooper denies any wrongdoing and claims Ms. McKenzie was the one who caused the disturbance.
Mr. Cooper?
Yeah. In the first place, it was on the right-hand side of the teller, and the fellow, the elderly gentleman in front of me, dropped most of his stuff, and I reached down to try to help him, and she busted on past, and I did this to her. I didn't know what it was, and in turn, she wound up over in there.
What do you mean, Mr. Cooper? She brushed on past you.
Well, she was behind me, so she didn't have no business in front of me.
Just a second. What do you mean she brushed on past you, Mr. Cooper?
Yeah, just like that. And
who is this?
It's a witness.
Is that your witness?
Character witness.
I'm not interested in a character witness. I assume that you're both characters. Because anybody who can get involved in this is got to be a character. Now listen to me. You stand up for a second. I want you to show me how she brushed on past you.
Come on. See the...
You're her. So tell me, show me what she did to you.
The elderly gentleman was up front.
Right.
And I was here and trying to help him with his stuff.
Right.
And then she come past me, and I shoved her like that, and she went over into the...
Right.
So she was behind me.
I understand that, sir. Mr. Cooper, step back to where the microphone is. Sit down. Mr. Cooper, why did you push her?
She came, brushed past. I told you I was standing in front, trying to help the fella, which the paper was on the floor.
Why did you push her?
I didn't push. She came past just like that.
No, you pushed her. You just told me that you pushed her.
But it was on the right-hand side.
I don't care if right, left, middle. It doesn't make any difference, Mr. Cooper. You pushed this lady down. You had no right to do that, sir.
Well?
Yes, that's what you told me. You told me that you pushed her. And she fell. She's not 12 years old. You pushed the lady, she fell down.
Go around pushing women.
Well, but you did push her,
and if she had
sir.
acted like a lady and stayed in the line like she's supposed to, this would never be happening.
Mr. Cooper, you are not a... Shh.
Order.
Mr. Cooper, you are not a behavior monitor, a bank behavior monitor. If she did something wrong, you might have said something to her, but you had no right to push her. Now, Miss McKenzie, my question to you is
I didn't intend to push her. I wouldn't have to push her if she had stayed back there where she was supposed to be.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, Mr. Cooper. You're not following me, sir.
Okay.
Miss McKenzie, you say you were injured.
Yes,
How were
I
you
was.
injured, madam?
Like I said, he pushed me to the floor hard. My ear, my back, my legs, I got photos of it.
Can I see it, please? Ooh, that's a nasty. That's just between you and me, okay? Do you have doctor's reports?
Yes, I do.
May I see them, please? I don't think that once you pass the age of 2 or 3, you ought to show your rear end in public. I mean, that's a... So you keep the photographs.
Yes, I will.
How would she get past me if I'm in front of her?
Mr. Cooper, stop being a nudnik.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
You had medical bills of $2,645?
That's one of them.
When did this incident occur? What date?
The 4th of March.
This wouldn't have happened if she had been a lady and stayed back there where she was supposed to be, but she wanted to be bullheaded.
Mr. Cooper, she has a lot of medical bills here, and you did the wrong thing. You have medical bills that are about $3,000, $4,000. Were any of them reimbursed by your insurance?
No.
Why not?
I had got a lawyer at first, but he had thought it was the bank. And then when he found out it wasn't the bank, then I had to take it on my... Yes.
Don't you have medical insurance?
I had Medicaid.
Did you submit these bills to Medicaid?
No, well, my doctor had told me not to do that.
Your doctor told you not to do that because your lawyer thought he was going to be able to work up a big medical bill so that you were going to be able to get a lot of money from the bank. Right. And it wasn't the bank's fault because Mr. Cooper had bad manners.
Yeah.
But I think, Mr. Cooper, that what you did to this lady was wrong, and she suffered for months as a result of your pushing her. She's suing for $5,000. That's what I'm giving her, $5,000, judgment for the plaintiff. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Thank you.
Out the back door to your right, please.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
It appears that this lady was just trying to get money, and that's exactly what she got. And if her, yes, she takes that much.
I have 2 witnesses.
No, it's just another example of people just ripping you off.
I'm through.
Rolanda says Rhonda borrowed her car and dented it.
I was damaged on the driver's door. Okay.
Are you telling me that you didn't cause the front end damage to the car?
No, I did not.
Yes, she did, Your
Honor.
Honor.
No, I did not.
Rhonda says Rolanda took her jewelry.
My rings was missing.
Now, you have to prove to me that she took your jewelry. This rather complicated case, as simple as I can. You are not related to each other, even though you have the same last name.
No.
You are neighbors.
Yes, we are.
She borrowed your car.
Yes, she did.
And it was involved in some sort of a traffic accident, and it was damaged.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And you want her to pay for the damage to the car.
Yes, I do.
She says that while you were babysitting for her, jewelry was stolen from her house. So she's countersuing you for the jewelry. She said, therefore, she doesn't have to pay for the car. Is that this case?
Yes, it is.
So at least we have one thing that's a given. You damaged her car.
Yes.
Now, in what month, date and month, did you damage her car? And you don't know this right off the top?
July 12th, Your Honor.
No, I don't.
July 12th is when you borrowed the car.
Yes.
How was it damaged? Tell me.
I was damaged on the on the driver's door.
And how did you do that?
I didn't do it. A car hit her car while I was parked.
So she says, Your Honor.
Whatever. You weren't there.
Right.
But it was damaged while it was in your control.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's not covered by insurance.
No, it's not.
Why did you let her borrow your car?
Because she asked me if she can borrow my car to go to the grocery store.
That's not true.
And I said, do you have a driver's license? And she said yes. And I let her drive my car. When she left, my car was a brand new car.
No, I understand that. She's acknowledging that the car was damaged while it was under her control. Did you have a driver's license?
No, I did not.
Why? Why did you use her car without having a driver's license?
She sent her daughter to come get me, to go to Lucky's, to go get some milk and cereal for her daughter because she was sick.
Your Honor.
I did her a favor.
Your Honor. She asked me to use my car. The first question I asked her, before I even answered her, was, do you have a driver's license?
That's not true.
She said yes.
Shh. Just a second. Did you have insurance?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
Well, I had got the car in May, and I moved in June. I guess my insurance papers, from what the car dealership told me, went to my old address. Being that I didn't get them in time, they pinned it because I only had it a month after I got my car.
They're all, so far, you both sound very responsible. No insurance, no driver's license. It's a perfect match.
Okay.
All right. Now, when allegedly was this jewelry stolen and how? What month?
It was stolen August 23rd.
All right. 8/23. Now, between July 12th, when the car was damaged, and August 23rd, why didn't you pay her for the damage?
Because, for one thing, when after the accident had happened, okay, I came straight to Rolanda, and I said, Rolanda, someone had hit your car. We came out, we looked at the car. She said, Rhonda, don't worry about it. It's not that much damage. It could have happened to me if I'd have had your car. She said, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Come on now.
Shh, shh.
All right.
And so?
And so that was it, okay? August 23rd was my birthday. We needed a babysitter.
Just a minute. So are you telling me that between July 12th, when our car was damaged, and August 23rd, there was no other discussion about paying for the car?
None. None.
Okay. You say there was?
Yes, there was.
When was there?
When she came back, when she pulled back into the parking lot, and I came outside and seen my car, and I'm just shaking my head, and she was like, Rolanda, I'm going to help you fix your car. She said she's been knowing people who can fix my car, Your Honor. She said she's been knowing people, and I'll come to her door, I'll ask her sometime, I'll be like, have you talked to someone?
No,
and she'll be like, yeah, I know somebody who will fix the car.
Okay.
You know, and then she got mad one night and was like, I'm not going to fix your car.
Who are you?
I'm her witness and roommate. We live together. When she was at the store, I was at Rolanda's house sitting, waiting for her because the store is not very far from where we stay at. Okay, when she came back, all three of us walked out where the car is parked at in front of our apartment building, and we looked at the car. You know, I was looking like, where's the dent, you know? And it was very small, like maybe if someone opened their door and maybe hit the car or something like that, that's what it looked like. To me, it wasn't major
I'm going to
all.
See pictures of it. I assume the pictures are here.
It wasn't
Yes,
major
I do
at all.
have my pictures to prove that they're not little itty bitty dents.
I have pictures
I have
too.
some I have some damages that.
Just a shut.
Okay.
That's certainly not an itty bitty dent.
No, and that wasn't the dent that was in that car. Neither. Her car had been hit 3 times since that accident.
Well, when did you take pictures of it?
Maybe about 2 weeks ago when I knew that she was following this.
Just a second. 2 weeks ago this happened? 3
July
months
the
ago?
12th, Your Honor.
Yes, but
My case
I didn't know she was going to file no suit against me or anything like this.
When were these pictures taken?
Those pictures were taken 3 days ago.
3 days ago?
3 days ago.
Not interested in these pictures?
Well,
I want to see the estimate.
Okay. I have
right
an estimate,
after
Your
July
Honor.
12th.
I have an estimate, Your Honor, proving how much my driver's door does not open. My window is broken.
That window was in that car.
It has been rain, and my car, the door, it's rain, it's mildew stains inside of my car.
Your husband
Just a
broke
minute.
the window.
Hey! This damage report is 2.5 months after this incident.
Yes. Okay. Your Honor, I'm telling the guys all the truth. She damaged my car.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You copped an attitude, which I have a feeling you can do very easily, and you said, I'm not doing that.
And later today,
Whoever made the decision that this was not going to be a long-term relationship, whether it was you or whether it was him, whoever it was, you're very lucky.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Rolanda Davis says after she loaned her car to her neighbor, 36-year-old Rhonda Davis, she returned it with extensive damage. Rhonda admits the car was wrecked, but says Rolanda stole a gold ring from her home, making them even.
She acknowledges she damaged your car. You do not have an estimate within a day, or two, a week after the accident.
Right.
$1,500 is practically what they charge just to look at a car. One of these car doctors, you know, they come out in a white coat and they look at it, you know, the looking costs $1,500. So we're not talking about a lot of money. The damage that you caused to the car was at least probably $1,500.
Yes.
If they have to pull it out, they have to repaint it, they have to buff it out. You agree with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so $1,500 she's entitled to for the car. Now, you have to prove to me that she took your jewelry. Prove it.
Only way that I can prove it is that when we got ready to leave, okay, when I got to the club, okay, Jocelyn noticed that my jewelry was gone. What I did, I immediately got on the phone. I called Rolanda. I said, I dialed my number. Rolanda answered my phone. She said, hello. I said, Rolanda, this is Rhonda. First thing I said, how's the kids? She said, everything okay? I said, Rolanda, I left my rings on top of the TV. Can you please go get them for the kids won't mess with them? She said, okay. I said, I'm going to hold on until you do this, okay? I was holding on the phone. Whether Rolanda went in my room to check to see was the rings there or not, I was holding on. She came back to the phone. She said, okay, I got them. I said, okay, everything's okay? She said, yes. I hung up with the phone. When I returned home, I say approximately maybe about 2:30, close to 2:45. Immediately as I walked in my door, I seen my table, the glass was broke, okay? Then Rolanda said, the window in the room is broke. I said, the room window. So I goes in the room and I pulls the curtain back. The whole window is busted out, okay? A family heirloom that I had from my grandmother that's passed, that was broke, okay? My rings was missing, all in one night.
Okay, what happened?
She called and she did tell me that her ring was somewhere in her room. She did say that she would hold while I go in the room. I did not go in that room because I didn't want to be responsible for nothing coming up
Just
missing.
a second.
Okay.
Stop you right there.
All right.
She called. She said, I'll hold on.
Mm-hmm. I sat the phone down.
Just a second.
Okay.
She said, I'll hold on while you go inside and get my rings because I don't want the kids. That's what she said to you.
Right.
And you did what?
And I sat the phone down and sat there. I did not come back and reply to her, I got them.
Yes, you did.
Oh, sure you did.
Yes, you did. That's what the reason
sure you did.
holding on.
Okay.
No, that's why I was, oh, excuse me.
No.
Excuse
Hey,
me.
oh, sure you did.
She is lying. No, I did not. My
Yeah,
mother is right here.
Let me tell you why you did. Let me tell you why you did. Because it doesn't make sense. It's not logical for you to have then walked back and said, I don't have the rings. I'm sorry. You put the phone down. You said, gonna wait a couple of minutes. You picked the phone up. You said, got him.
I didn't say got him.
What did you say?
I told her I was not going in her room because I wasn't going to be responsible.
No, you didn't.
That's what I said.
Oh, you did. Please,
I didn't
give me a
leave
break.
out that living room.
Give.
Your Honor,
You got
that
my
is
rings.
the truth. I didn't leave out the living room.
Oh, I believe it.
I stayed
How you
right
know the
next door
bedroom
to
window
her.
was
Listen
broke?
to me. Listen to me.
Okay.
Either way,
okay.
You're responsible. She's absolutely right. Either way, you're responsible. She called you.
That's what I
You were
did.
babysitting for her children. She said, I left my rings. Please go inside and secure them. Instead of doing that, you copped an attitude, which I have a feeling you can do very easily, and you said, I'm not doing that. You took the phone, put it down, waited a minute, picked it up and said, I got him.
That's what she did.
No, I didn't, Your Honor.
Sure you did. Tell me what rings were missing.
This is the rings right here. I have the things from the rings and everything. They're not even finished paying for. Here's everything for the rings. It's the ones that's
entered a room at all.
That's your problem.
Circled.
Then you lied.
Here's
No,
my
I didn't.
stuff
Oh,
for
sure
my-
you did.
For my table.
Oh, sure
I
you
didn't-
did.
I got the
How?
window fixed, but not the table.
How,
but
Your
this
Honor?
is
How did you lie?
Yes.
You lied because you told her I got the rings.
No,
Here
I
we go,
didn't.
right
I
here.
Oh, I
never
believe you
told her
did.
that.
Listen, I may be wrong. I was wrong once in 1950. I don't remember what it was, but I'm sure I was wrong
And
once
this
in
day
1950.
too, Your Honor, because I didn't say that to her.
Be quiet.
Judge Judy is ready to rule. And later today,
You are so full of baloney.
Am I?
You are so full of baloney. But you're a very quick thinker.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy.
This case is going to turn out to be a wash, you know. Because I believe that you should have paid for the car, for the damage to the car. I believe that's true. And I believe Miss Attitude over here decided that she was tired of asking you to pay for the car and made things sort of even. Your lawsuit is dismissed. Your countersuit is dismissed because they're just for about the same amount of money. The loss of the rings, the damage to her car, it's a wash.
With me.
That's all.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Out the back door to your right, please.
And now the next case.
Parties on Penda versus Crane. Step forward, please.
55-year-old engineering assistant Dee Pender says she bought a computer for 43-year-old Robert Crane while the two were dating. Robert claims he knows nothing about it.
While you and the defendant were dating, you claimed that you bought a computer for him, he agreed to pay you for the computer, stopped dating, and he hasn't paid you for the computer.
Right.
That's simple?
Right.
He says he doesn't know what you're talking about. You never bought him a computer. He doesn't know about a computer. Is that right?
Correct.
Interesting. So, how long were you dating before you bought him this computer, and tell me why you did in the first place?
Probably about 4 months I was dating him, and he was over that night, and we had talked about that I might get a computer. And I was on the phone, and he came in, and he says, "Oh, you're ordering a computer?" And I said, "Yeah." He says, "Do you think I could get one too?" And I said, "Well, I'll ask." So I asked, and she said, "You can buy as many as you want."
Well, where were you ordering these from?
Through my company that I work for.
Were you getting a good deal on them?
Yes.
Is that the idea?
Yes,
Go ahead.
They offered them to the employees only. And she said, yes, I could get as many as I wanted. I said, okay. He says, well, put it on your charge for me, and I'll pay you back next month. Fact is, he says, I'll pay the whole bill off. And I went, shh, wait till I'm done. So I finished ordering 2 computers and got off the phone. He says, yeah, he says, I'll pay the whole bill off. Everything on your bill I'll pay off. Yours and mine and anything else that's on there. He said, I make plenty of money. He said, no problem. And I said, no, you pay what you owe me, I pay my own bills.
How much was the computer that you bought for him?
In the end, by the time we got the everything on there was $1,943.55. That's what it finally came to.
Okay.
So he comes over and he says, I make $15,000 a month. Here's my check stub, I'll show you. And I looked and I went, whoa. And he says, yeah, I make plenty of money. Don't worry, I'll pay the whole thing. I said, no, just pay your bill. That's all I want. And so the bill came in, and he says, well, the next month, he says, I'm a little short of cash. Can I just make the payment this time? He said, actually, I'll pay it when my tax check comes in. He said, that'll be in the next week. And I said, okay. I said, you know, pay $100 on this. Okay. So
did he give you $100?
Yes. Yes, he paid me $100.
Well, let me ask you this question. Have the computers been delivered?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They were delivered the next month.
Did you talk to him about his computer?
Oh, yeah. He said, yeah, he liked it. He thought it was great.
What kind was it?
A Micron? Micron, I believe. Here it is right here.
Okay. And which credit card did you put it on?
My Citibank Visa.
Okay.
There's a little note here that he left tagged on my car after he moved out in the middle of the night in his handwriting saying, I will pay you. He put this on my car. I put the date up there of the day he left it on my car.
Let me have it, please. Yes. I'm listening.
Yes, ma'am. As far as this computer, she'd called me and said she purchased a computer. And as far as another computer, I know nothing about it. I was very shocked on this lawsuit that she served me. I was very shocked. I was very shocked. And thing I did, I finally had to move because all she did was call me every night. She wanted to pursue this relationship. Hey, I didn't want to hear anything else about it. So I finally had to move because we lived in the same complex. I did not need to hear any more of this from her.
If you can't be quiet, you have to leave. Do you understand?
So the only thing I can see is she's very distressed that she couldn't pursue this relationship.
So you think she bought these 2 computers that are clearly on her bill for somebody else, or maybe she just wanted 2 computers for herself?
Possibly. As far as that, the only thing I knew, she called me up, she said, oh, I bought a computer. Oh, you did? Okay, fine.
If there would be a copy of a check that you gave her for $100, what would that be for?
It would be for some stamps that I purchased from her for a mail order business that she was going into, that I paid her for.
You are so full of baloney.
Am I?
You are so full of baloney. But you're a very quick thinker.
I'm not full of
You're a very quick thinker. I don't have a check for $100, a copy of a check.
But still,
I just wanted to figure out, to see what your answer would be if you thought I had a copy of a check.
That's what it would have been for.
Oh, God. Must be smoking something real good.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
$1,943.55 is what your Visa bill shows. Does very fancy footwork. Ms. Pender, you're very lucky that whoever made the decision that this was not going to be a long-term relationship, whether it was you or whether it was him, whoever it was, you're very lucky.
Yes.
Earth to Mr. Crane. You can't pull the wool over everybody's eyes all the time, sir.
I'm sorry.
What were the interest charges since this purchase was made? His interest charges, we're going to give him credit for the $100, even though he now says it's for stamps.
And also lost wages because same time he moved, his company moved. And it took me 2 days to find out where they were.
You're going to, listen, you're going to chalk that up to experience.
Okay.
All I want to know is the interest. It's $320.
She had a business card all along.
2163, right?
Okay, you got there.
That's what I got there. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,163.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
I'm the daughter, and I know the whole story. And I'll tell you, when you're born to lie and you do it well, you can get through life, and he is proof of that.
No. Yeah, they're just ganging up on me. That's why I'm by myself. So, hey.
Becky tripped me. And then she proceeded to pick me up and throw me into the wall.
There had been bad blood between Heather and Rebecca for years, and on this day, it exploded in violence.
I was made fun of because I was big-chested.
Don't make excuses, sir.
Not excuses.
She knows she caused serious damage. She can't look.
Daughter Heather was assaulted in school by George Grumsh's daughter Rebecca. The two girls began an argument between classes that turned into a violent brawl. Rebecca says Heather started it.
Order, all rise. Quiet in the courtroom, all rise. Sir. Judges number 224 on the calendar in the matter of Maya versus Grumshaw. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Have seats, ladies.
You two folks are the parents of these two young ladies. And you, madam, are suing her father because you allege that this young lady assaulted your daughter in school, caused serious injury. You're suing for both medical bills and pain and suffering.
I have it all with me, Judge.
Neither of you were at the school at this time, is that correct?
No.
No, ma'am.
So you don't know what happened?
No, ma'am, we don't.
Right? Other than what your daughters tell you. So then why don't you two folks have a seat? You two ladies step up. Tell me your first name.
My name's Heather.
Heather, can you speak up, please?
Heather.
And tell me what happened.
I knew Becky from junior high when she was in my PE class, and she...
PE, physical education?
Yeah, physical education. And she used to ask me if I was in modeling and stuff, her and her friend, and I was uncomfortable about it, and the principal did talk to her, and she stopped.
So you thought she was bothering you in junior high school?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a while ago.
Yeah. And so my second week of 9th grade year, I was hazed for drill team. And they woke me up on September 13th from my bed and dressed me up as a clown.
Who did?
Drill team.
But she had nothing to do with that.
No, it's getting to the story. She had the PE class right next to drill team with me. And a guy I knew said in the PE class of hers, "She looks cute today, doesn't she?" And she said in reply, "I'm gonna kick that Barbie bitch's ass." And went on to tell her
Did you
how.
hear that?
No, he told me.
Okay, you can't tell me what he told you.
Okay. And so I went to second period where she and her friend would bug me about saying, "Heather, shut up, don't talk." And she had pushed me into my chair in art.
How did she push you into your chair?
She walked by when it was cleanup time and pushed me into my chair.
How? Physically did she push you into?
She bumped it, and I told her to knock it off, and she stepped on my foot, and I went to go get up, and she tripped.
She tripped?
She tripped.
And fell?
Mm-hmm. She didn't fall. She
didn't fall?
She didn't fall, but she lost her balance and went back to her seat. And the bell rang, and we all rushed for the door, and I was one of the first people out. And I heard her friend say, "Becky, wait up." And she said, "No, I had to help the Barbie bitch out the door." And I turned around to say...
Who said, "Let's help the Barbie bitch out the door"?
Becky.
Go ahead.
And so I turned around and say, "What?" And she tripped me. And then she proceeded to pick me up and throw me into the wall. And then from there, I said, "What are you doing?" And she just came after me and repeatedly hit me into the wall again. Then took my head and hit me from every direction of my head into the wall. Then she dropped me and I fell on my knees. And I tried to get up, but I was unable to get up because my knees were hurting so bad. And then she picked me up again by my t-shirt and started hitting me to the wall about 20 times, I'd say. And then I remember her dropping me, and she was cussing at me at this time, and I was crying.
What was she saying to you?
She said, "I'm gonna kill you, Barbie bitch. I'm gonna f you up."
Why does she call you Barbie bitch? Because she thinks that you believe she thinks you look like a Barbie doll?
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember falling on the ground, because she pushed me on the ground, and she picked me back up again by my head, by my hair,
started socking my face. Then she tried to headbutt me, and I used my hands to stop her from doing that. She threw me on the ground by my face. I rolled over and tried to get up, but my backpack pushed me down.
You have hospital report?
Yes. Yes.
Could I see the hospital report, please? Okay, Becky. I'd like to hear your version of what happened.
I've known Heather since junior high, but like, okay, this is the 9th grade, second week of 9th grade.
What happened at junior high? She says that there was a problem.
Words were thrown back and forth. Just like when we would change PE, I was made fun of because I was big-chested in junior high. They would all make fun of me when I changed in PE, and but stuff like that, name calling, and it went back and forth, and then it quit because we had to sign a contract.
Who signed a contract?
Both of us did, stated that we would not talk or be around each other. And then I changed my PE class because I wasn't supposed to be around her. They changed my PE class.
So they changed your class?
And they changed my class. And then we were coming out of art, and this is in the 9th grade, and we were coming out of art, and I did not push the chair into her. I was on the other side. She was on this side, I was on this side. I was nowhere near her. But we were coming out of art class, I had tripped over her foot. I didn't fall, but I had turned around, she had kicked me in the leg. So I had turned around, and words were shared back and forth, Books were dropped, we were pushing each other back and forth. No heads were hit up against the wall. That I know, we were hitting, and a girl broke it up, and we had our witness, but she didn't come in because she was scared to. But she was...
Don't tell me what your witness was not here was going to tell me. Becky, were you suspended from school?
I was kicked out of school.
As a result of this incident?
As a result of this incident.
Did you ever go back to the school after you were kicked out? Did you ever go to the area of the school? Look at me. Did you ever go to the area of the school after you were kicked out?
No, I did not. No, yeah, I did the one time with my friend Heather to go pick up her sister from school with her mom. And that was the only time.
Uh-huh. Did you ever call her Barbie something?
Oh, when we were in high school, junior high. Barbie.
What about when you were in the 9th grade?
No, there was no name calling. I quit doing that because I got in trouble for it. I got yelled at it and stuff like that, and I didn't do that after that.
Why did you call her this name when you were in junior high, which...
Oh, it wasn't just me. It was,
I'm not interested in anybody else,
that.
Becky. I'm just interested in you. Why did you call her... She says you called her Barbie bitch.
No, I didn't.
Why did you use the term Barbie in referring to her at all?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I just...
Oh, sure you do.
It was just a name.
Well, it means something, Becky.
Probably because she's got long blonde hair.
And it wasn't said nicely. It wasn't said, gee, you look so sweet, you look terrific, you look like a Barbie doll. Right?
No.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
This is the only fight my child's been in years. I can't see where it's anything criminal.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Lucille Meyer says her 15-year-old daughter, Heather, suffered severe injuries when George Grumsh's daughter, Rebecca, assaulted her in school. Rebecca says she didn't start it.
Did you have a school suspension hearing, Becky?
I don't think so.
Well, when they transferred you to another school.
I was just out of the school, and then...
What do you mean
I
you
went
were
to
just
Tennessee. I went to Tennessee after the fight and stuff. And I went to school out there.
Just a second. What day of the week was this fight?
Oh, God. I don't remember.
Friday.
Friday. When did you go to Tennessee?
Like 2 weeks later.
Did you go to school for those 2 weeks?
No.
Why not?
Because I really, honestly, I don't know. Because I got kicked out of school. I was expelled from the schools, from that school.
Step up, sir. I'm going to ask you some very important questions. Just listen. Does she live with you?
Yes.
Did you get a call from the school?
About the fight, yes.
Were you told to come to school with your daughter?
Yeah, I met with the assistant principal.
Okay. And that was after the fight?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened as a result of that meeting?
I sent her to go visit her mother for a couple weeks because she was pretty distraught. She was hurting. So I sent her to her mother's for a couple weeks. And in turn, she ended up being operated on, and I brought her back home. She had stomach problems, and I brought her back.
Mm-hmm. Is this the first time your daughter's had trouble in school?
Not really. She's had a little bit of trouble with nothing like this.
Well, but she's had trouble in school.
Yes, ma'am.
She's had trouble. I'm not talking about her academic grades. I'm talking about with fighting.
She's had a couple fights.
Right.
Nothing.
Now, nothing as serious as this.
No.
But they started a while ago, right?
Well, this is way back in school, yes, ma'am.
They started a while ago. Well, what have you done to try to address this? You have a young lady who has had problems in the past with fighting in school. What have you done to try to address it?
Everything I could.
Like what?
She's gone to doctors.
You mean to psychiatrists, psychologists?
Yes, ma'am.
How long has she been in therapy?
Oh, on and off for quite a while.
Have they come to any decision as to why she acts aggressively?
She's attention deficit disorder. She's been on medication for it, and she seemed to grow out of it. I mean, she doesn't fight with everybody. You know, believe it, it's just a rare occasion with her. She's just not. She's not a fighter.
Well, she is a fighter, sir. I mean,
well,
I had 5 children, and I will tell you that they got into a lot of trouble. But they didn't get into trouble hitting other people. And your daughter has had that kind of problem, which is one of the reasons that you had her in therapy, I assume.
Not for fighting, ma'am, no.
Well, you should have. Because it's not normal for a young lady to become physical. That's not right.
Well, ma'am, Your Honor, my other daughter, who's living with me now, came back from Tennessee. She got in fights. She was attacked. It happens in school.
Is your name Grumshaw?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Grumshaw, it doesn't happen in school. It happens if there are 30 million children in school in this country at any one time. It is a minuscule number of children who are involved in fighting, and an even more minuscule number of girls that are involved in fighting. So you can't tell me, you can't say to yourself, well, it happens in school. It doesn't happen in school. You know, girls can be nasty, they can be cutting, they can be gossipy, you know. But I don't buy your daughter's version of these events. I think that she didn't like this young lady for a long time.
No, that's not what it was.
Oh, yeah, I think that that's what it was.
No, it wasn't.
And I think you'd been teasing her for a long time.
I'll admit to be teasing her, but she's not sweet and innocent like she right now shows to be. She's got a mouth on her too.
I don't doubt that, madam. But I don't doubt that she can respond to you. But I think that you were teasing her, whether you were jealous.
Jealous.
Maybe. Envious for some reason. Didn't like the way she looked. Trying to show off for your friends. Whatever reason it was, according to these medical reports, she was injured very badly.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Didn't anybody come and try to stop this when it was happening?
One girl did stop it, but I was unconscious when she stopped it.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Lucille Meyer says her 15-year-old daughter, Heather, suffered severe injuries when George Grumshaw's daughter, Rebecca, assaulted her in school. Rebecca says she didn't start it.
You want to tell me about how long you were out of school?
Me? I went back to school the next week because the doctor told me to.
So you were out of school for a week?
No. I went back to school the weekend after it happened.
Okay, so you went back to school on Monday?
Yeah, but I had to stay at a drill team for at least 4 months after it because...
What's drill team? Explain that.
It's color guard, it's flags for band, and...
Why did you have to stay at a drill team?
Because I couldn't lift the flag because my neck and my shoulders hurt too bad.
Were you in treatment during that 4-month period?
Yes, I had treatment from physical therapists for my knees, and I've gone to orthopedic surgeons for my back, and I just started going to a chiropractor.
All right, Ms. Meyer, could you step up, please? Can you tell me what your out-of-pocket medical expenses were?
Our total is $5,141.77.
And what is not covered by insurance?
This is everything that wasn't covered by insurance.
That was not covered by insurance?
Yes, this is not covered by insurance. I calculated everything that was not covered.
Let me see that, please.
Sorry.
I see that there are bills here from a dentist. What happened to your mouth?
It threw my jaw off alignment and pushed it back and wore away at the cartilage. And I have to wear a jaw splint for it to restabilize my mouth.
Tell me about this jaw splint that you have to wear.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah. Let me see. And you didn't have to wear that before?
No.
None of the TMJ specialist, none of that was covered by insurance. That was strictly out of my pocket.
It's more than a pushing. Do you understand that? Do you understand that, madam?
Yes.
This is more than a little pushing. Didn't anybody come and try to stop this when it was happening?
Some people tried to, but they told me they were afraid because I asked some people I knew. And one girl did stop it, but I was unconscious when she stopped it.
You mean you had actually passed out?
I was passed out.
Where were the teachers?
The teacher came out a while after because they had slapped me to wake me up. They had woken me up and carried me into the classroom. That happened outside of.
Looks like you've been to see a lot of doctors.
I did.
You have to wear that plate in your mouth all the time?
Yes.
You have pain in the morning when you wake up?
I always have pain.
In your jaw?
Mm-hmm. My jaw and my neck.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
Listen, you understand that the maximum that I can award you is $5,000. I quite frankly don't know why you have elected to sue in a small claim situation where the maximum is $5,000. As far as I'm concerned, this young lady is not only responsible for your unreimbursed medical bills, she is also responsible for pain and suffering and whatever long-term physical problems you're going to have. I'm not questioning that. I'm not here to produce more litigation for other courts.
We are also going to criminal court.
I understand, Mr. Grumshaw, that you are, I assume, a single parent raising
Yes, ma'am,
a
I
daughter.
am.
Daughter has been in your custody, and I gather from what you tell me, sir, that you have tried to address some of the problems that you've seen with her ADD, seeing a therapist, being on medication. She went out of control. This wasn't a pushing and shoving.
Your Honor, could I say something, please?
Sure.
When she came home after this scuffle, she complained of stomach aches. She ended up getting operated on for a blockage in intestines, which was caused by adhesions to her appendicitis. I didn't.
That has nothing to do with this fight, sir.
I didn't.
That has nothing to do with this fight, sir. The fact that she added adhesions to her appendicitis when she went down to Tennessee and she was operated on 2 weeks later. You don't get adhesions in 2 weeks. Mr. Grumshaw, don't make 2 months. Don't make excuses, sir.
Not excuses.
Don't make excuses, sir. Your daughter caused some serious damage. She knows she caused serious damage. Well, she knows she can't look at me and tell me she didn't provoke
I got
this.
into a fight with her.
No. You instigated it and you hurt her seriously, either because you are harboring an old grudge for something that dated back to junior high school. But whatever it is, you lost control. And you have to pay for it. Judgment in the case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
I thought it was just little girl things. You know, my daughter come home complaining that her and her friends were talking about her in PE and blah, blah, blah.
I don't think Mr. Grishma is living in reality. His daughter has a problem. He needs to understand that.
This is the only fight my child's been in years. I can't see where it's anything criminal.
She was going to come back and finish my daughter off.
How much money did you give him when his wife was pregnant?
He needed $2,000.
All the uncle knew was his nephew spent the money on a woman called Nina.
You have a wife whose name is Nina. Do you also have a friend whose name is Nina?
Yes, I do.
This man isn't lying to me.
See, but the thing about it, Your Honor.
Somebody who has so many Ninas, you better be quiet. You got one too many Ninas, sir.
But you may be seated.
This is your nephew.
Yes,
Say you lent him some money
$5,000.
over a period of time.
Possibly a year, yes.
So I have a couple of questions for you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
This is your father's brother, correct?
No, my stepfather's brother.
Stepfather's brother.
He raised him since he was possibly 6 years old.
So he's not related to you by blood,
No, he's not.
but he considers you his nephew.
I treated him like...
Somewhat.
And you felt close enough to him to go to him when you needed some money.
No, I did not. Because I didn't get no money from this guy.
You didn't?
No, I did not.
Well, why do you think he's here?
Well, see, he lent some money to a friend.
You mean your friend Nina?
Yes.
Now, I read about your friend Nina. He says that you called him and said that you needed money because your wife wanted to go home or had to go home to England with the children to see somebody in her family.
Mm-hmm.
Does any of that have a ring of truth to it, sir?
Not at all.
Do you
Not
have
at
a
all.
wife?
Yes, I have a wife.
What's her name?
Her name's Nina.
You have a wife whose name is Nina. Do you also have a friend whose name is Nina?
Yes, I do.
Do you have children, sir?
Yes, I do.
With which Nina do you have children?
My wife, Nina.
Where does your wife Nina come from?
Where does she come from?
That was my question. You have
Virginia.
an answer. I asked the questions, you have an answer.
From Virginia.
From
Blacksburg,
Virginia. And your other friend Nina, where does she come from?
Where does she come from? We met her at a bar.
What?
I heard you.
We met her at a bar.
Who had to go to England?
Who had to go to England? Nobody. Nobody did not have to go to England.
Sir, did your nephew call you and ask you to lend somebody by the name of Nina money?
No, he didn't mention Nina.
What did he say? Did he say his wife?
His wife, so his kids can visit their grandmother in England. Prior to that, Your Honor, I love my nephew, and I always let him know that he needs something, he can come to me. Prior to that, I lent him $1,000.
Tell me about the $1,000.
Well, he had just got laid off from his job, and he claims to have a 401k coming to him. And
It's not true, Your Honor.
was
That
a
is
whole.
not true.
Just be quiet.
That's not true.
Just be quiet. For somebody who has so many Ninas, you better be quiet, though. Just behave yourself.
So that was the reason where the money was going to come from that he paid me. And so then he comes and he said, my wife got a, will I send my wife on a trip if my money ain't coming next week? Well, he got $1,000, so I say, well, look, I'll put it all on a credit card. You know, I say, I'll just call up the British Imports and sent the tickets right to his house.
And did you do that, sir?
I did that.
Do you have proof of that to show me?
Yes.
Can I see it, please?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
Me, I'm 28 years of age.
Does your wife, Nina, know that you have a friend, Nina?
Yes, she did.
Who went to England?
I had the slightest idea.
Do you know that I'm like a truth machine? Somebody lies to me.
Okay.
I feel it right back here, and I start to get a twitch in this eye. Sir, I've been twitching since you opened your mouth. Because this man isn't lying to me. Now, there may be some
Yes, he
other
is.
nuances to the story.
See, but the thing about it, Your Honor,
But what you're telling me is, I don't know what he's talking about. I never borrowed $1,000 from him. I don't know what he's talking about British Airways and tickets. Like, there's really something wrong with him.
I did not borrow the money from him. I did not borrow the money from him. What happened was, actually, let me explain my side of the story, okay? There was a friend that I came to him, said that she needed to borrow some money. I didn't know he lent her that money. So he went ahead and lent her a lot of money.
What did you go to him for and even tell him this story?
Why did I go to him? Because at the time we were working out together, we were training, and I knew that his financial, the way when he was working and everything, that he was capable of lending it to her. So I just asked him.
Why would you ask your uncle to lend somebody
would I
who's
ask?
just a friend of yours almost $3,000?
I didn't ask her. I didn't say he. I guess she asked him.
You know something? The truth of the matter is, your lying irritates me a lot.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
So what you're telling me, Mr. Thompson, is that your uncle over here is making up this whole story about you owing him this money.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And later today,
I give laughter with a message. I'm Brother Dre. Those who know me know that I give world-class service.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Charlie Ray Thompson wanted to help his nephew, Lorenzo Thompson, by loaning him money. Now he wants his money back.
It sounds to me as if your uncle, who's a nice man, helped you out when you, according to him, got laid off from your job and came to him and asked you for money.
I never was laid off, Your Honor.
Did you tell him that you needed money?
No, I did not, Your Honor.
And so you're telling me he's lying when he said he gave you $1,000?
Yes, he is, Your Honor.
He is?
Yes, he is.
You have proof that you gave him $1,000?
No, not the first 1,000, Your Honor. In fact, that's why he kind of had me over the barrel. The British imports were putting it all on a credit card. And I mentioned to him, as long as he pays the notes, everything was okay. And because I don't know anybody from England or British. And that's the only proof I have, is that it was on this credit card. I have personally 9 credit cards, you know, that I use. I didn't touch that card, that was his. And I did balance transfer to lower the interest rates because of lower initial interest rates for him.
Well, Your Honor, he tricked me into getting a credit card under his name so he can transfer all that money to my account under my name, which was going to mess up my credit.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
You got one too many Ninas, sir.
Yeah, and I kept both cards, which I have right here. Both I co-signed for a credit card.
Now, I believe you, sir. How much is built up on this credit card now for this?
5,136. It was. This is the old card. Now, he came to me, his wife pregnant.
His wife, Nina.
His wife, Nina, gonna have a baby. He just started a new job. His insurance won't cover him on his new job, and the county won't let him get on the county because they claim he got a job. So he needed $2,000. He swore he'll pay me $200 to $500 a week. I knew that he couldn't with 3, 4 kids. But I say, as long as he paid that monthly note, it would be okay.
That is not true.
So how much money did you give him when his wife was pregnant?
Two more thousand. 2 more thousand cash advance on that last paper right there. That brought the total up to 516. But on that very same day, we filled out for Make America, because I figured now it's time for your name to be on it. So that very same day, we got credit cards. I co-signed for him. I'm the original. I keep both cards. he wanted it, but I wouldn't give it to him. On that very same day as I took out a cash advance on that credit card, we got co-credit cards, and we transferred the money to our co-credit cards.
Well, it got all very complicated,
Okay,
sir.
no.
Did you have a new baby?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
And you didn't need any money for the new baby?
No, I did not, Your Honor.
You had all the money in the world to pay for it?
Yes, sir. I didn't have all the money in the world, Your Honor.
What
But
kind of work do you do, sir?
I'm a certified trainer and also a sales rep at Home Base.
What's Home Base?
Home Base is like a do-it-yourself hardware store.
Mm-hmm. So what you're telling me, Mr. Thompson, is that your uncle over here is making up this whole story about you owing him this money.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm. So it comes down to a question of credibility, who I believe, because certainly what he's got here is over the limit of this court, which is $5,000. It's almost $3,000 for just these airline tickets and another $2,000 for the baby, plus another one that he says you lent him right from the beginning, and you say you borrowed nothing. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
I did not borrow anything.
Actually, Your Honor, he paid me one of them. When it was $3,000, he gave me one. It was about Christmas time.
How much did he give you?
$1,000, but $1,200. I paid $200 on the card, and around Christmas time, I gave him the $1,000 back because it was Christmas and because.
So you gave it to him as a gift?
No, I lent him another $1,000 around Christmas time. I lent it back to him because I felt bad. It was Christmas time. So it really is $516, but in order to transfer, we couldn't transfer but $5,000. I had to pay the $136, a $47 finance charge.
Mr. Thompson, let me give you some very good advice, sir. Never lend money to relatives.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And later today,
My time is money, and I felt that he hindered my time. I could have been doing other things.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy.
If you have to lend money to relatives, even if it's difficult, always say to them, listen, I know we're relatives and we love each other, but in order for there not to be any problems in the future, let's just memorialize our agreement with a writing that we both sign. Do you understand, sir?
I understand that now.
Do you understand? I want you to remember that in the future. I know that when people are dealing with brothers and sisters and nephews and nieces, they find it very difficult to do that because they feel as if they should trust each other.
Well, yeah, I figure he'll pay the notes. $123 monthly notes, but he stopped.
You don't
paying
mean the
that.
notes, you mean the monthly payments.
The monthly until he got his lump sum from his 401k, and he stopped paying when it got to $5,000.
All right, Mr. Thompson, take my advice, sir. Take it to heart. Judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. Tell the truth, sir. It's important.
All right, sir, excuse you. You may step out. Back door to your right, please.
And now the next case.
Bodies on Black versus Helms. Step forward, please.
40-year-old Simon Black, a jean company owner, says comedian Andre Helm didn't perform long enough at a benefit concert. Simon wants the fee returned. Andre says he performed as promised.
Mr. Black, according to these papers, you were arranging some sort of a function.
Yes,
is that
ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you hired the defendant to perform a comedy act for about a half hour.
Yes, Your Honor.
Supposed to pay him $400. You said he came to that event, performed only 5 minutes. He was paid, and you want your money back.
Yes, Your Honor.
What kind of an event was this?
Well, actually, Your Honor, what it was is that I was promoting my jeans. I own Simon Says Jeans Company. And Mr. Helm was a comedian in the local area, so I hired local talent to perform and to also promote the jeans. We were promoting our new 1-800 number and also promoting, you know, the jeans and myself.
So what happened? What time was he supposed to go on?
Well, Mr. Helm originally was supposed to go on at 2 a.m. And we, instead of going on at 2 a.m., he ended up going on at 2:45. And what happened was...
It's not what he says.
I disagree, Your Honor.
I know that you disagree. So first of all, it's 45 minutes late. Was that his fault or your fault?
Well, actually, it was neither one of our faults. It was basically what it was is that we were waiting for a crowd. And I told Mr. Helm that if he wanted to go on, he could. But, you know, he didn't have a crowd there. You know, he wouldn't get any type of response. So I told him, I said, well, it's up to you. So he said, okay, well, I'll wait, you know, a few more minutes or whatever. And so he waited, and we both waited, and we were both waiting for a large crowd to come in, but...
2 o'clock in the morning, it's hard to get a crowd there, sir.
Yeah, it is, but in St. Louis, a lot of the clubs, they still stay open until at least 7 a.m.
So he went on at 2:45.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened?
Was
he funny?
Not really.
Was there a crowd at 2:45?
There was a little crowd. It was a small crowd.
Well, how many people are a small crowd?
We probably had an average of about 75 to 100 people there.
That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, but the club holds about 1,100 people. So we were kind of expecting a lot more.
You lump them all together and you put them in front of the stage. It looks like a big group. Right?
Well, basically what happened
That's what they do at funerals.
Yeah.
So you get a small turnout. They sort of say, could we fill up the front pews? Go ahead.
So anyway, what happened was that he went on stage. He introduced myself, and he also introduced one of the rap artists. And after that, I didn't see him anymore. My security person, Mr. Flager here, came to me and said, you know, Mr. Helm walked off stage. And so I went to the front door security, and they said, well, yeah, he just left. And I said, maybe he just came out to take a cigarette break. And they said, I don't think so. He's
okay, so
off.
he left. And you had paid him already?
I already paid him.
All right, Mr. Helms.
Well, I disagree with a few things. First of all, we agreed upon 25 minutes of stand-up. We never agreed that I would host the show, and he came to me at 1 o'clock when I arrived.
When were you supposed to start your stand-up routine?
I was supposed to start at 1 o'clock.
These papers that I have indicate a 1:30 start time.
He wanted me there at 1 o'clock for preparation.
Okay, but you were supposed to go on at 1:30. According to these papers, he says 2 o'clock.
Well,
wasn't it 1:30, sir?
No, Your Honor. It was 2 o'clock because if you look at the radio announcement sheet, it said 2 o'clock, and also on the flyers, on the promotional flyers, it also said 2 o'clock.
Okay. Let's say you were there, and you were going to go on at 2 o'clock. What happened after 2 o'clock?
At 2 o'clock, well, actually at 1 o'clock, he said, let's start at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
At 2:30, he asked me, could we wait a little while longer for a crowd? Now, it's not my responsibility as an entertainer to wait for a crowd. I told Mr. Black, I said I had another engagement that morning. I also told him that there was no one here to do comedy for, but I would work with him. He came back and he asked me, could I host the show? On this brochure, I was never labeled as a guest appearance.
I'll look at all of it in a
I was
minute.
told to go and do 25 minutes in the beginning, and he changed it because he didn't get a good response, whether advertisement or whatever. But he wanted to treat me like a calling card. Use me 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Initially, the show started at 3:15.
Okay, so he says it started at 2:45.
It started at 3:15.
And you say it started at 3:15.
The show started at 3:15, and that's when he asked me to host the show. Now, a host doesn't do stand-up. My prices are a little higher for hosting. I'm a professional comedian.
So what did you say to him when he said, would you host?
I told him I really didn't think that he should go on with the show, but I was there, and I had to leave in ample time to get to my other engagement.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Mr. Black,
Yes, Your Honor.
you retained the defendant. You bought his time.
Yes, Your Honor.
You had a program to do. You had to wait for enough people to make it worthwhile to do your program. That's what I'm getting out of this, because that's what common sense suggests to me, that you didn't want him to start his program when there were only 2 people in the audience. Even according to you, it didn't get started until 2:45. He says it was more like 3:15. But by 2:45, you'd already used up the $400 that you paid him. When you retain somebody, you retain them for a time. Because of your promotion, whether it was promotion or lack of interest by the public to come and see what you were doing, he had to wait around. That's unreasonable. I wouldn't like that. His time is his money. So you're not entitled to your money back because he was there for the amount of time that you paid him for, and the fact that you didn't utilize his services when you were supposed to because of things beyond his control doesn't mean that you get your money back. This lawsuit is dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Thank you.
Back to your right.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
He wasn't organized. I do believe if he would have worked closer to me to help plan this situation, I could have got him a bigger crowd. I'm nationally known. I'm an entertainer. I give laughter with a message. I'm Brother Dre. Those who know me know that I give world-class service. I'm pleased with Judge Judy. Thank you.
फोटो में जैसा देखा रियल में भी वैसी तू प्यार तो हुआ तुझसे बोल अब मैं क्या करूँ क्लोज तो आई तो फिर ऐसे कैसे जाने दूँ बातें तो हुआ शुरू करते बेबी कंटिन्यू बातों से ज्यादा तू तो करती मुझे इशारा नजर से तेरा ये पागल हुआ बेचारा छूने का तुझे खाली लाइसेंस है हमारा घर के नीचे तेरा सेट किया पहारा फोटो तो खींचना है तो आजा मेरा स्टूडियो लेंस से ज्यादा तेरा आंखों में है जादू फ्लैश तो ऑन करके खींच दूं मैं शटर देखने में लग रही तू तो लुक लाइक बटर क्लास में होती तू तो हार्ड सेल टॉपर गाड़ी से ज्यादा हम तो बाइक में किया सफर थोड़ा तो पोज देते हाथ में मेरा कैमरा बिकॉज आई एम योर फोटोग्राफर बाइक से ज्यादा तेरी पसंद वाली ऑडी कर आई एम सो लकी क्योंकि मिली मुझे बेबी कर आईएसओ सेट नहीं रखूंगा मैं ऑटो पर प्यार से ज्यादा मेरा नजर तेरी फोटो पर फोटो से ज्यादा ट्यूटोरियल में करती ब्लास्ट मिलेगा नंबर तुझे माइनस नहीं प्लस प्यार में दिल देखना देखना नहीं क्लास खींच दूं मैं फोटो तेरी आउट ऑफ फ्लैश मैचिंग तो हाइट है चेहरा तो ब्राइट है ड्रेस में एकदम तू तो लगी सो साइट है फोटो में खींच दूं तेरी होगा ना लेने देरी फोटो तो खींचने के लिए बहुत सारी लाइट है धूप से बचने के लिए बनूंगा मैं ट्री बिजी तो रहना नहीं थोड़ा हो जा फ्री फोटो तो खींचने के लिए बेस्ट है मेरा कैमरा क्योंकि आई एम यूजिंग सोनी अल्फा 3 आंखें तो रुका मेरा देख के तेरा अपर कार से ज्यादा हम तो बाइक में किया सफर तेरे साथ खड़ा हूँ पर हाथ में लेके कैमरा बिकॉज आई एम योर फोटोग्राफर